Happy St.Pattys Day! Playing the flute! Aye, me lads and lasses! Well, happy St. Patty's Day! Grab yourself a mug of beer, and just remember on today that everybody gets a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow! That was my hilarious impression of a Irish accent. I do my best. Anyway, fears! Audience fears! Back at it again with another live. I hope you're doing great. I hope you're doing awesome. I hope you're doing fantastic. And as you can tell, with all the green, everything on here is green except for this yellow stuff, but mostly everything is green. Happy St. Patty's Day, my friend. Coffee first. In my new and improved St. Patrick's Day mug that I found today. Oh, yeah. Now we're talking. So always on St. Patrick's Day, I will be using this. Anyway, I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you guys are doing great. Hope you guys are doing fantastic, my friend. I found this shirt for a steal at $8. $8 at Walmart, and pretty good. Pretty good. Today's thumbnail. Somebody sent me this on Facebook. It's the Starship Enterprise crew dressed up all in green. It says Happy St. Patrick because, you know, Patrick Stewart played Captain Picard. So I thought that would be perfect because I love Trek. You know, I love me some Star Trek. And I thought, that'll work. That'll definitely work. So I was like, that will work, my friends. Anyway, today's topics are reviewing 3 movies. I did The Luck of the Irish. I did one of my favorite episodes that Irish on Star Trek Voyager. It was Fairhaven. I don't know if you can see it. Fairhaven. I will be reviewing Fairhaven. And then the third one is yesterday night, I watched Leprechaun 1. That's right, y'all. That's right. So, these 2 I watched today, and yesterday I watched that. Let's see. So we're gonna do that. Then we're gonna do. I got 2 food reviews. Then I got a nerd haul. Then we're gonna try and find how do people celebrate St. Patrick's Day in movies and in film. How do they portray it in films? That's so. If you guys know of any Irish scenes in movies, we're gonna write them down. I got a few already, you know, in my mind, and then last, how do people celebrate St. Patrick's Day in Florida? That's what we're gonna do. That's what we're up to. Let's see here. I did a lot of lives today. A lot of lives. I did a Goodwill run. Then I did driving home and eating pizza for lunch stream. And then I did St. Patrick's Day grocery run part 2, St. Patrick's Day grocery run part 1, and then I did what else? I did afternoon driving around. So that was 5 lives, and right now makes 6. So I did 6 lives today. Oh yeah, but you know what? There's never enough fears. There's never enough fears to go around. But there it is. I was going nuts. I was going ballistic. I forgot to grab my phone, so 2 seconds, and then we'll open up the chat, and I'll talk to Lantern, and I got some big, I got some big, hang on, I don't want to cut Slimer off. I got some big updates to do. So yeah, so let me just grab my phone real quick. Somebody sent me a text. I think it was my mom. Give me a second. I heard my text message go off. By the way, happy St. Patty's Day, my friends. There we are. Let me just check to see who texted me, and then we'll get on with the show. I got my green on, so nobody's pinching fears. That's right, y'all. That is right. Give me a second. Someone texted me. Oh, my brother. My brother texted me some photos. Look at Shelton in all of his green. Look at his green socks. Look at his green sweatshirt. Cute! Well, nobody's pinching Shelton. That's right, y'all. Well, I will look at those photos later, my friends. He's adorable. He's adorable. Adorable. Or as my brother would say, brother? Brother! He's adorable! Anyway, I found this today for $3 and like 40-something cents. So I washed it, because you know Fears would never drink out of it before somebody, it's got to be sterilized. You know, because God knows who would drink this, you know, just finding it, you know, at Goodwill. So I ran it through the dishwasher, not once, but twice. Now I can sip on it. So yeah. So yeah, I already got enough stomach problems to begin with. All right. Let's see here. I had a really good St. Patrick's Day. Kind of chill, just, you know, I got up. Well, I got home from work. I had some eggs. I got some sleepy time. Got up. My tax office, they do have walk-ins. And I said, I want to pay my taxes today, if I can. And they said, definitely not today. We're swamped. And I said, well, I'm going on a trip soon to visit my brother and my mom and my nephew. So I said, I got to get it done ASAP. And I said, could I come in tomorrow or the next day? And she goes, how about tomorrow at 3 o'clock? And I said, I'm sorry, 2 o'clock. And I was like, that'll work. I'm like, that'll definitely work. So I'm paying my taxes tomorrow. And then hopefully by tonight or tomorrow, I can lock down a plane ticket. I got some really good news. Last night, not only did I buy not one Yak Off shirt, but I bought 2 Yak Off shirts. And then I contacted Visions. And I said, hey, Visions, can you still make custom shirts? And he goes, well, I did have them up, Fears, but people were annoying me, you know, with the custom shirts. And I said, oh, okay. I said, my bad. And he goes, Fears, for you, I'll make some custom shirts. He's like, just send me the artwork. So I got a few surprise shirts coming. I'll be honest. It's Fears Vlogs and Fears Man 26 related. So it's not going to be like going nuts. It's just another way for Fears to wear a shirt and promote my YouTube channel. But it'll be cool. It'll be cool. I forgot to pick out a color. So Visions, just make them black. I forgot to tell him black or white. Because he only does 2 colors. White or black. White or black. Because he's goth. That's right. But I did buy the Yakvo shirts. The Yakovich. The Yakvoich. The Yakvoniich. That's right. So, anything I can do to help out 2 of my good friends. I help out Lord Yakov, promote, you know, the shirts and his music. And then I promote my friend's business. Visions. Yeah. By the way, speaking of promoting people's businesses, do you guys remember these people? Bloodline Media. I'm going to be working on my interview that they gave me last year. It's going to be up. I felt so bad because things have been just crazy with all the drama and going nuts and me trying to find a better job and traveling and editing and stuff. I didn't forget about to edit this, but I just kind of put it on the back burner. So I contacted the guy. And it's a father and daughter team. So her father's like, I don't know, 50, and her daughter's like, I want to say 25, 26. They go around to Spooky Empire. They go around to like every horror movie convention, and they have like a full production staff with them. Like they have mics that say Bloodline Media on it. They've got a professional like news camera that they set up. They filmed. They got their Bloodline t-shirts on. I mean, they're going fucking nuts with this shit. And I'm just like, man, they are professional. And so I said, ding, ding, ding. Last year, I said, Dave, I said, I wonder if they'll interview me. I wish they would have asked me, but I asked them. And they're like, oh, yeah, sure. Like, that's why we're here. Like, we interview people at Spooky Empire. And I said, do you guys mind if I give you guys all the credit? And I said, I promise. I said, I will put your guys' stuff in the description. I said, but can I put some of the interview on my channel? And they said, Fears, you can put the whole interview up. They said, just make sure you film an intro explaining that it's not yours and an outro of your own design, and put all of our links and stuff in the description. I said, oh, I absolutely will. So I'm going to be working on that tomorrow and the next day. And then my mom sent me a very cute video. Shelton's first steps. He started walking very slowly, but I'm going to make a vlog out of it so you guys can check it out. I'm very proud of him. Me being the wacky, cool uncle, I'm very, very, very proud of him. My mom said he's been crawling everywhere, but my mom grabbed her phone, started filming, and he started walking. And I'm like, nice, nice. So you guys will get to see Shelton walk his very first steps. That's a big, it's going to be a mini vlog, but it's very important, your first steps in life. So way to go, Shelton. So yeah. All right. Let me call Lantern first, and then I'll tell you guys about my St. Patty's Day, and then we'll open up the chat. All right. Let's see if Lantern has not been sleeping all day. And I'll be like, Lantern, you've been eating that corned beef hash and that cabbage shit again? I'm like, that's what's making you fart. Yes, I have fears. I'm like, oh, shit, here we go. All right. And then, as happy as the day is, I've got some drama to report. Well, it's speculation. I don't know if it's real, but I got it from a very reliable source. I'm not going to reveal my sources, but I think it's just immature if this is really what's going on. But let me talk to Lantern first. Let me see here. Let me call Lantern to see what's up. Lantern, oh Lantern, where art thou, Lantern? Lantern, how artest thou? Thou is doing glorious in thy own kingdom. And then Lantern would be like, huh? I'm like, never mind, Lantern. It's Hamlet. It's Shakespeare. He's kind of a famous guy. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Or I think it's from Hamlet. I think. Hamlet or... Lantern? Yo! Lantern? 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 Hello? Oh my gosh. Banjo has kidnapped Lantern. Lantern! Lantern, get away from Banjo! Come back, Lantern!
Okay. What's that?
Yo! Lantern, that was... I was scared. I thought Banjo was gonna kidnap you, you know, and, like, put you in a cave or something. Lantern, how was your St. Patty's Day? Was it fun?
Yeah, how's yours?
Pretty good. Pretty good. It was busy because I was out and about doing errands, and I bought this new green shirt, but it was fun. It was definitely fun.
Yeah.
So what'd you do, Lantern? Did you have a little napo?
You get no green socks, green shoes, or green pants, or anything?
Today I had green pants on and green shirt. I didn't have green socks on though. I had a green shirt, green pants. Then I had black shoes on with my black hat. And then right now I've got.
You have no green shoes?
No, I didn't have any green shoes. Sorry.
Yeah.
But it still counts though, Lantern. I had a green shirt on and I had green pants on, so nobody was pinching fears. And then tonight I switched my hat, so I got green here and I got green right here, so nobody's pinching me. Lantern, what about you? Have you got any green on right now?
No.
Oh, you're getting pinched, Lantern. You're getting pinched. All right now. Lantern, have you been farting all day?
Yep.
I knew it, Lantern. You've been eating that corned beef and hash and cabbage shit again, haven't you?
Yep.
I knew it. The luck of the Irish, my friend. The luck of the Irish. A mug of beer. Lantern, you think leprechauns are real?
I don't know. What do you think?
I don't think so. I think they're funny. You know, you ever seen those leprechaun horror movies? They're pretty damn funny.
Yeah.
They're pretty funny. All right, Lantern. Go spread the link, and I'll see you in the chat, all right?
Yeah. All right.
And Lantern, happy St. Patty's Day. Shark!
Shark!
You are the best. Lantern is the best. Anyway, last night I watched Leprechaun 1, and I was going to watch a lot more, but then I fell asleep, and then I went off to, went to worko. And then today I watched one of the best episodes of Star Trek Voyager, and it's from season 6, and it's called Fairhaven. And it's a full-on Irish episode, so I said I will review that today. So I watched that today, and then I watched my favorite Disney movie, The Luck of the Irish. The Luck of the Irish. A teenager must battle for a gold charm to keep his family from being controlled by an evil leprechaun. Ooh, there it is. All right. I watch it every year. So, now, as happy as I am, well, here, I'll tell you guys about my day, and then I'll tell you about the drama. Or I've heard speculation of more drama. Not on me. Somebody is doing this. So it kind of has to do about me, but it kind of doesn't. I'm not the one spreading the drama. So, anyway. So I got home from work. I wish I didn't have to work on St. Patty's Day, but I do. I have to go into work tonight. I got to be there at 4:30. It's not a big enough holiday. We get Veterans Day off. We get Memorial Day off. We get 4th of July off. We get Thanksgiving off. Christmas off. And then usually my boss is cool and gives me the 24th off. He doesn't have to, but he does. And then we get New Year's Day off and New Year's Eve. So, not too bad. So, today I got home. I made some eggs. I had a little nap. Woke up. My mom called me and said, hey, check out this video. So, I'm talking with her. And she goes, watch this video and then FaceTime me. I said, okay. So, I watched Shelton take his few steps. And I was like, oh, that's cool. Called her back. I FaceTime her. I got to say hi to my mom. I said, hey, Mom, I love you. Happy St. Patrick's Day. And then she's like, hey, check out Shelton. Check out all the green outfit. I was like, hey, that's pretty cool, buddy. I'm like, that's cool. So I told him that I love him, and I said, I can't wait to see you. I can't wait to celebrate your 1-year birthday. I said, Mom, I said, I'm going to be filming. I said, I'm going to make a little vlog. And I said, and she's like, really? And I said, yeah. I said, now that Dad and Grandpa's gone, I said, I got to be the family film historian. She goes, yeah, that's true. She goes, your brother could help. I said, yeah. I said, if he wants. I said, but if he doesn't, then I'm going to take over. And then whenever I'm dead, either my brother or Shelton can take over. My friend sent me this thumbnail. He goes, Fears, I got the perfect thumbnail today for your St. Patty's Day live. And I said, oh, yeah. I said, what's that? And he goes, dude. He goes, I said, he sent it to me. And I said, did you make this? He goes, no. He goes, I found it on the internet. He goes, somebody made it. He goes, it sure as hell wasn't me. It's the entire bridge crew of the Starship Enterprise Next Gen, and they're all in green outfits, and it says, Happy St. Patrick's Day. It says, since Patrick Stewart was the captain. And then they made the green communicator. I mean, they made the golden communicator green. And I said, I'm using that for my thumbnail today. I said, that's perfect. I said, that is perfect. So, yeah, so there was that. And then I went to the post office. I didn't go in. I just threw something in the slot. I went, what else? I went to the grocery store, did a live there. I did a live on the way there. Went to Goodwill, got some cool stuff. I found some t-shirts and stuff. Found a really cool Lego build while I was grocery shopping. And I got a lot of healthy stuff. And then before I went to the grocery store, I went and set up my, I tried to do a walk-in. I said, if you guys are available, I said, I would love to pay for my taxes. Bada bing, bada boom today. And they said, we can't today. They said, we are so swamped. And I was like, all right, no worry. I said, is there any way you guys could do it this week? I said, I'd rather get it done sooner than later, because then Fears can get that tax return check back, and that can be my spending money for my tripo. I mean, I'm not going to spend all of it. I'll save some, but I'll use some. And she's like, oh, we can get you in tomorrow. I said, perfect. So then I did a live stream on the way home. I had pizza for lunch because I was running around with my head cut off. I said, I haven't eaten lunch yet. So as I was getting my gas, I was down to like 2 bars. I said, oh shit. I said, I need to fill up for gas for the week. So I filled it up and I got a soda. And I only drink soda when I'm out and about. And I had some soda. I did 2 food reviews when I was out and about. They had coffee at the tax office. So when I got to my car, I did a little coffee review, which I'm going to upload tonight before I go to work. And then I did a racetrack gas station pizza review. So that's coming soon. So a lot of food reviews, my friends. I've slowly but surely been adding that because I was like, I love the movie reviews, but you got to keep bringing new content for the fans, like innovating stuff, And I was like, let's do it. I'm like, I'll do some food reviews. Pixel said, Fears, I love him. Keep him going. I said, all right. I said, I'll do that. And then when I got home, I'm not going to reveal my sources, but 2 people from the community said, Fears, we don't like, now here it is. I'm just going by what they said. I'm not gonna out these 2 people because these people are very good friends, and I know they don't want to get involved with drama and stuff. I have not spoken to Zach since I said those words. Hey, when you're ready to talk and not act like a little baby, you give me a call. And then I slammed the door shut. And when I got home, I told Dave, I said, I eventually want to work this out, but I said, he really, really betrayed my trust, and he really pissed me off. So I said, I'm not going to talk to him anytime soon. Hopefully I can make peace with him, and we can squash the beef either before I go on my vacation or after. I haven't decided, but I'm not going to call him for at least 2 or 3 weeks. I need some time away. And Dave said, hey, man, I think that's great. Like, do what you got to do. He goes, let Zach cool off, let me cool off. And I said, yeah. And the same night it happened, when Yakov did his rehashing, that's when Zach texted me and said, hey, man, can you give me a call? We need to talk. Well, obviously, I'm not going to talk the same night that it happens. I couldn't believe it. I'm like, him trying to do that the same night makes me livid. I think he just did it to smooth things over. And I'm like, if he really cares about me, I did that whole I did that whole stream. I think it lasted 45 minutes. Whenever I got home to an hour, and I said, if he really cares, he would take down those videos. And I've been trying to take the videos down on all the trolls, because the trolls uploaded it quite a few times, and I've been trying to get them down. But Zach is the one who should take them down. He probably won't. I would be astounded if he took him down. But I'm giving him ample chances and ample time to take it down. If he doesn't, I'm going to take them down. I'm not going to hit him with a strike. I'm just going to hit him with a privacy complaint, because you can have something taken down off your channel and not get a strike. So you just do a privacy complaint. But I'm going to wait at least a week or 2. And if he doesn't take it down, then I'm going to take him down. So then I haven't been really talking about it. The only reason why I'm bringing this up is because someone said, hey, Fears, I hate to burst your bubble, but Zach's been talking to people. And I said, oh, yeah? I said, what about? And he goes, he's kind of like trying to sweep the situation under the rug. I said, I know. I said, he has yet to give me a public apology. He's yet to give me a private apology. And I think he should do both. I think he should go on his channel and say, I fucked up. I'm sorry, Fears. Because if I did this to someone, I would have apologized right away. That's just me. I don't know if he's given me some time, but apparently, it's been days now, and I still haven't gotten an apology, so which is really fucked up. Even Mike came to my defense. I was watching The Shadows one day, and Mike said, you know what? You should just apologize. He says he's going to, but he hasn't yet. And I don't expect a private apology until I give him a call. But I would have thought I would have gotten a public apology by now. But I think he's just trying to sweep this under the rug, right? So there was that. And then he said, oh, Fears, he's been talking to... I'm not saying who these people are, but 2 people came forward and said almost the same thing. They said, he's messaging a bunch of people. And I said, where? On the Discord? He goes, oh, no, just private messages. And I said, oh, okay. I said, what's he been saying? He goes, people are sick and tired of his attitude. I'm king shit attitude. I'm the new person in the community. And I was like, well, that's wrong. I'm like, I used to think I was the leader of the community. I'm not. Lantern is I would say Lantern, and I'd say it's these 3. Lantern, Tommy NC 2010, because he's got so many subs, and probably Yakvo, because he keeps us up to date and everything. I'd say me a tiny bit, but I tried being the leader of the community, and with great power comes great responsibility, and people would not leave me the hell alone. And I was like, I don't want it. I don't want to be the leader of the community. I'm like, leave me alone. I'm like, Lanner can have it. Lanner can have it. So that's one thing. They said he's getting too smug. He's becoming too much of a smartass, saying, I'm king shit. You know, I'm the fucking leader of the community. And I said, yeah, okay. So they told me about that. And then they said that he's been going around saying Fears stole my idea of the driving streams. And then this person that notified me of this said, Fears, you've been doing driving streams way longer than Zach has. And I said, yeah. I said, but really, I said, even if I did, which I didn't steal that from him, he doesn't hold the copyright patent on doing a live stream in a car. But I absolutely created that before he did. And I said, well, I said, that's just him being immature. I said, I didn't steal anything from Zach. And then the last thing someone said, he goes, he's also going around messaging people saying that you're psychotic. And I said, oh, that's funny. I said, that's real funny. And then the person that wrote this to me said, yeah, he goes, who recorded who without their permission? I said, exactly. I said, I would never record somebody, without their permission. So, I wrote these people back and I just said, well, that's immature. And I said, whenever I'm ready to talk to Zach, I'll let you guys know. And I said, I'm going to wait like 2 or 3 weeks. And I said, I'm doing my own thing. And then I said, if I don't react, which I'm not reacting, I'm just telling you guys what happened. I said, I wasn't screaming and yelling, after I got home that night. I just simply did a live. I told you guys exactly what happened. More people are on my side because they're like, Fears, you've got your flaws, and I do. And they said Zach's got his flaws, but they said you're in the right this time. Like, you told him many chances to turn it off. Now, I should have grabbed his phone, but some people are like, Fears, I would have grabbed his phone. That's bullshit. Other people are like, no, you shouldn't grab someone's property. And again, I'm not making fun of him right now. I'm just telling you guys the truth. And I just told this person, I said, well, I kind of come off as looking better than Zach in this situation. And this person wrote me back and said, oh, Fears, you look 10 times better in this situation than he does, because one, he goes, I know you, Fears. He goes, if you would have did this to someone, he goes, one, Fears, you would never do this to someone. So already you're looking good. He goes, two, he goes, even if you did do it, Fears, you would apologize right away. I said, yeah, I would. I said, but I would never record someone without their permission. So I just wrote to both of these people and said, well, I'm just going to keep doing my thing. And I said, if he wants to talk behind my back and make more drama. And then the person said, it seems like this. And then the person that wrote back to me, I'm not saying their names, he says, it seems like Zach wants to stretch this out and keep the drama going for the views. I said, I don't care. I said, I don't know what his motives is. I said, I'm not going to speculate on his motive. I said, I'm not going to accuse him of anything. I said, I'm not going to throw out any accusations, because if you throw out assumptions and accusations, more drama starts. I said, if he wants to talk, let him talk. But I said, I have not spoken to him or about him since I shut the door and I got in Dave's car, and then when I did a live. The only reason why I brought it up is 2 very nice friends brought it to my attention. Not saying who, because I'm good friends with a lot of people in the community, but I said thank you. I said thank you for bringing it to my attention. So there's that. So, but yeah, when I'm ready, I will give him a call. So it'll probably be 2 or 3 weeks from now. So we'll see. I know for a fact if this is true, and he actually is doing this, well, one, that doesn't look good in his chair, or in his corner. Corner's what I meant to say, in his corner. And 2, if he is doing this stuff, it's just going to make people more mad. Me and other people. So I hope that's not what he's doing. But anyway, let's not let him spoil our fun, my friends. And so anyway, I didn't make fun of him. I just wanted to let you guys know what's going on. I appreciate the people bringing that to my attention. And that's all I got. And so let's open up the chat. Let's have some fun. Oh yeah, St. Patty's Day, bitches. And then I'm gonna catch up with the chat, and then we'll get right into our first topic. All right, there we are. All right, let's open up the chat. And I appreciate everybody's patience. The chat's open now. I just wanted to let you guys know what's going on. All right, the chat's open. Let me catch up with everybody. Let me go back to the first chat. and say hello. Yo! Thank you for the 18 people watching. Thank you. Thank you for the likes. Yo, what's up, Mr. Lantern? Joey says, Kate has that hat. No, Kate did not say anything to me. Oh, you mean this? Okay, yeah. Yeah, that's right. I was like, I thought you meant Kate told me that. I said, nope, Kate did not. What's up, Kate? Yes, I have a spooky empire. You know what's funny about that, though, Kate? And I owe you an apology, and I did apologize to you, Kate. Joey, I never thought Kate was a spooky empire type of woman, and she absolutely was a spooky empire woman. And I was like, fair enough, Kate, fair enough. Because she showed me evidence of it, and I was like, so yeah. So there it is. All right, let's call Lantern. I did, Lantern. Oh, shoot. He already made them pink. He made me a blue shirt. He wanted to try something different. Vision also has pink shirts for the Pride shirts. Oh, does he? Oh, hang on. Has he added some new stuff? Hang on. Let me have a look. Shout out to Lord Visions. I already put in my order for the Yakvo shirts last night. So, I bought two, one of each of the Yakvo shirts. So, Yak, I cannot wait to try them on. And then I made a personal custom Fears Vlog shirt and a custom Fears Man 26 shirt. So, there you are. That's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome. All right, hang on. Well, howdy, Lantern. He says, he goes, howdy, Fears, howdy, Pixel, howdy, Lampy, howdy, Joey with the numbers. Primetime Gaming. Yo, yo, yo. What's up, Lantern? Good to see you. Fangirl Kate says, congrats, Shelton. Oh, yeah, I was very proud of him, Kate. And you know what? And I'm gonna show you the video here. Oh, well, no, I was going to show you. I'm going to make a vlog out of it, Kate. So I'm going to work on that tonight or tomorrow. So the next two videos, because I've been trying to get the recent stuff out. Like the stuff that's happening right now. And then, once I get all the recent stuff out, because that Spooky Empire interview happened last year. That's still recent. I need to get all that stuff up. Then I'm going to work on the old vlogs from like 2 or 3 years ago, because I've still got 10 or 11 of those to do, and I need to get cracking. Well, I'm almost caught up. We're getting there. But thank you, Kate. Thanks, Mr. Lantern, for that super chat donation. I'm getting so much back from the government. Well, thanks, Vic, for all those 4-leaf clovers and beer. That's right, man. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I really appreciate that. All right. And Vic, I'm watching. Joey said he's miffed. Well, he can be miffed all he wants, but he shouldn't be talking behind my back, if that's really what he's doing. Again, I'm not going to say who told me this, but that makes no sense. I'm definitely not a psycho, and I haven't been talking behind his back. And again, who recorded who without without my permission? I sure as hell wouldn't do that. I'm just saying. So, and I haven't stole anything from him. My friends that wrote me said, Fears, you've been doing so many driving in your car live streams way before him. I said, even if I didn't, I said, he doesn't hold the patent on people on the internet can film in their car. He doesn't have that. He doesn't have just that right. Anyone can do that. You know? I like live streaming in my car. I like live streaming at Comic-Con and conventions just as much as the next person. You know? So, if he's mad that I'm filming in my car, that's immature. Anyway, so, again, I'm not making fun of him. I'm just going by what these two people told me. And I said, well, thank you. I appreciate you bringing it to my attention. So, yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, what's up, Cave Squeaker? Who else has been drinking? I haven't had a shot yet, but I will. I will. Later on. Primetime Gaming says, you know what, Fears? I think Joey with the numbers is the true leader. I would say, I agree with Joey and Kate. I at first wanted to be the leader, but with great power comes great responsibility, and people were going nuts on me, and I was like, I don't want to be the leader. No. I said, I don't mind being a member of the community, and I'm a big member of the community, and people like my show, and people, like, think I'm a nice guy and stuff. And yeah, every once in a while, I scream and yell, and I'm in a bad mood, but usually I'm happy-go-lucky fears. But am I the leader? No. Heck no. Heck no. I would say it's these three. I would say a little of me, but not a lot. So a little of me, Lantern's the main leader, and then Yakov, because he always reports on everything, and then Tommy NC 2010, because he has the most subs in our community. Like, not the whole internet, just like our little community. So yeah. Let's see. Cave, I put whiskey in my Irish meatballs. Oh, nice. There you go. Even my meatballs was drinking. That's what's up, Vic. Vic, have you ever seen all these Leprechaun movies? I watched one last night. Tonight, I'm going to try and get through Leprechaun 2 and Leprechaun 3 before I have to go to work. So we'll see how many I can get through, and I will review them tomorrow, my friends. So yeah. I like spaghetti and meatballs. Let's see. Zach took the videos down. Did he? Let's have a look. Did he actually? Let me have a look. If he did, that would be a nice gesture on his part. Let me see. Let me look. Even if he put them on private, that would be great. Let me see here. Oh, he did. Now he still has the roast stream up. It'd be awesome if he took the roast stream down. I highly doubt he'll take the roast stream down, but that's good that he took the 3 videos down that he filmed without my permission. That's nice. That's good. Well, that's the first step. Even if he put them on private. I just don't want people to see that shit. Well, that was very nice. It's very nice. I'm still not ready to talk to him, but I'm surprised. That's very nice. That's nice. Well, there you go. Let's see here. Oh no, primetime gaming. I'm not starting drama. I'm just telling you guys what somebody informed me of. So yeah, I'm definitely not causing drama. I didn't make fun of him. I'm just saying. I'm just reporting on what someone told me, because you guys want to know. You know. Let's see. What food will you be reviewing? Oh yes, I'm sorry, I forgot to show you. Yes, so I was at the store and we're doing another Mr. Beast, this time peanut butter and chocolate bar. So there's that. And then I've tried Reese's peanut butter cups, but I've never seen this version ever in my life. I've never seen a massive big cup one. So we're gonna review this and we're gonna review that one. So that's the food that we're reviewing. I forgot to tell you. Sorry about that. But yeah. So fish fry, that's the one that we're doing. Yo, what's up, shrimp? Yo. You two should go share a delectable platter of Jack in the Box tacos and make up. Well, we tried. We tried, trust me, we did. And I was ready. And then he had to do some, what he did was like beyond belief shady. But anyway, I'm done talking about it. Let's continue on. Thank you, Lego Slimer. Thank you, Lego Slimer. Yeah, he's right here. He's right here. I pretty much grabbed almost every green thing in my house and put it behind me, in honor of St. Patrick's Day. My second part-time job is seasonal. Oh, nice. There you go. Go-kart stream. Oh, you're asking when we're going to do a go-kart stream? Well, there's a lot of go-karts down in Orlando. So me and Dave and James and the rest of the gang could do that at some point. It's just when. I have no idea. But that would be cool. Because I have a little GoPro thing. You can wear it on your head or you can wear it on your chest. And I would just strap it. And then I would get in the go-kart. And there you are. So that would be easy. That would be easy, my friends. So yeah. Let's see. The Leprechaun in Space one is hilarious. Oh, well, I mean, all of them are hilarious. But yeah. Vic, they even recreate somewhat version of a lightsaber in the space one. It is pretty hilarious. And the guy that plays Spider out of Return of the Living Dead, he's in there. And I'm just laughing my ass off. Yo, what's up, Bukaki? Good to see you. Being a leader of this community is on par with being a leader of a local ARC program. Yeah. So, yeah. Anyone else ready to smoke up some greens? Well, you were smoking up greens all day, prime time. You were in one of my driving streams. You're like, hey, Fierce, I'm celebrating St. Patty's Day by smoking. I was like, hey, man, go for it. Go for it. Pixel says, Fierce is putting his foot down. Well, yeah, I kind of am, because it is so shady, Pixel, to go, oh, yeah, like, everyone's going to forget about this after a week. I'll just wipe it under the rug. Again, it's so disrespectful to not get an apology either on camera or off camera since it happened. You know? And people had to kind of poke him to give me an apology. Like Yakov was saying that, like when Yakov was calling him out the same night, quickly he texted me, hey man, can you call me? We gotta talk. Obviously I'm not gonna call him the same day, Pixel, because I'm already upset. So I told Dave, I'll call him in like 2 or 3 weeks because I'm still upset. That was insane what he did. And he straight up, from here to here, bold-faced lied to me. So anyway, I don't want to spend the whole night on this. I want to have fun and have a good St. Patrick's Day stream. The reason why I brought it up is 2 very good, reliable people in the community and good friends said, hey, Fears, we're not trying to make you mad, but he's been going around and doing this. And I was like, well, that is so immature if he's actually doing that. But yeah. So I hope not. If he is, then that's just stupid. You know, because I'm not trying to steal anything from anyone. And I have not been talking shit behind his back at all. So yeah. So, yeah, Pixel, whenever I heard that these 2 people told me what they told me, I was just like, well, I'll just mention it, because I don't want any more drama, and it should have never happened. I was so ready to mend the wounds. I was like, sweet. He showed up, awesome. He shook my hand, he even gave me a hug. I offered him a peace offering, and bought him tacos, bought him lunch, and even after I bought him lunch, he spits in my face and does that. That's bullshit, you know? Some people, I'm not going to mention any names, some people said, Fears, I would never talk to him ever again. But I try to give people, it's kind of like baseball, 3 strikes and you're out. He definitely has 1 strike against him. So if he ever does any of this stuff 2 or 3 more times, I'm done. So yeah. So that's my thought on it. But hopefully he'll be ready to talk whenever I'm ready to talk. And I totally think he should, and this is going to be my last thing on it, Pixel. Whenever Dan, I can't believe Dan came to my side. Dan, for a while, I don't know if he hates my guts, but he strongly dislikes me because I made fun of him, and then I went really far and I made fun of his wife, which I feel horrible. I did apologize to her, and he even came to my defense, and I told Yakov, I said, hey, Yakov, give me Dan's YouTube channel on block. I haven't done it yet, Yak, but I will. I'll probably do it tonight or tomorrow. And I thought, I hate when he calls me John Boy, because I'm like, or Jonathan. I'm like, my name's not Jonathan. It's John. Or just call me Fears. Everybody does. Even some of my teachers in high school called me Fears. Almost never has anyone called me John. You know? But that is my name. So when he says John Boy or Jonathan, I'm like, that's not my name. It's John. But yeah. So Pixel, I never would have brought this up unless these 2 individuals, I'm glad they told me, because I don't think that's right. Like, if he's really doing that, then that's just causing more drama. And I don't want more drama. And I said, well, I'm going to do the mature thing and not make fun of him. I'm not going to accuse him or anything, or throw accusations out, or troll him, or any of that, because I look good right now, because 1, I would never do that. 2, if I ever did it, which I wouldn't, but if I ever did it, I would have apologized right away. I would have went on camera, like, hopefully this Sunday when he does his show, hopefully he'll apologize. You know, I think that's the right thing to do. He should apologize on camera. Because you know, Fears, I'll be watching from the shadows. And then whenever we do try it again, Dave said, Fears, I'll make sure 100% this time he's not recording. I said, well, thanks, Dave. And then I would like for him to apologize off camera, too, when we actually sit down and talk. Anyway, that's my feeling on it, Pixel. Let's continue on. I feel like we should have got a leprechaun costume for the leprechaun review on St. Patty's Day. That would have been nice. But you know what? I got the green. I got the green behind me. That's good enough. Yo, Twin. Uh-oh, Twin's here. Twin, I got to be really careful on what I say because Twin's, he's got his finger on that record button. All right, y'all. Twin, I'm a tad miffed, though, that you use some AI or some editing, and I said the word, one of my favorite candy bars, and you turned it into the N-word, and I've never said the N-word, ever. So shame on you. Shame on you. He was nice, though, and didn't play it the last time I was on Lantern's show, so that was nice. But I know he was just joking, but I thought that was a little messed up. Anyway. Let's see here. What up, Twin? Oh, is the Rush stream down, Kate? Well, hang on, let me have a look. Because that didn't help either. Let me have a look. Let me have a look. By the way, happy St. Patrick's Day, everybody. I hope everyone had a great St. Patrick's Day. I'm going to watch some Irish movies. And, I got some big news to tell you guys after. Let me catch up on the chat. I almost forgot. I should have did this. I should have told you guys this good news when I told you guys all about Shelton making his first walk-in, and I totally forgot about it. So let me see if it's down, because that would be nice. Let me see here. Oh my gosh, he did take it down, so I know he's listening. Well, that's nice. All right, so now it's all down. That's good. Now the only thing is it's re-uploaded on like 8 or 9 channels, and sometime this week I'm going to have to get it down all 8 or 9 channels. And then that Potbelly guy was a fucking asshole. It's like Potbelly Frog or whoever the hell he is. He got all that stuff that Zach posted in the Discord, and he uploaded it, and I'm like, well, now I'm going to have to take that down. So, yeah. Well, that was nice of him to take the lives down and the roast down, because that roast did not help whatsoever. So that's nice. That's nice. I appreciate that. Anyway, what's up, Twin? What's up, Twin? How you been, Twin? All right, now. That's right. Let's see. I bet James is a demon with the go-karts. James is rad as hell. James is fucking awesome. I'm honored to be James's friend. James is so cool. James is always up for an adventure. He's always up for hanging out. James is a really cool guy. And he always loves, doing the lives and stuff. So James is cool. Anyway. Twin says, what up, Twin? Well, what up, Twin? How you been, Twin? Fears reading the ARC comment somehow made it much better. Well, I don't know how, but, I was just reading what Bukaki said. I love smoking Fears. Well, way to go, Primetime Gaming. Enjoy. I'm not ready to talk to him, Kate. Like I said, I need a couple weeks away from Zach, because what he did, enraged the hell out of me. That was so messed up. No one's ever done that to me, and that was a big betrayal. Even when we do reconcile, Kate, it's going to be a long time before I call him on the phone. When we reconcile, I'll probably just text him for a while, because I don't want another phone call or a voice message on the internet. So it's going to take a while for him to gain my trust back. By the way, healthy snack, coconuts. Organic coconuts. So, when I'm ready, Kate, in about a week or two, or whenever I feel ready, I'm either going to reconcile before I go and visit my mom and my brother for Shelton's 1-year birthday, or when I come back. So, we'll see. So, I'm just not ready to talk to him. But I definitely will call him, and we'll set something up. So, yeah. Yeah, what up, Gabe? Hope you guys are made up by the summer. Oh, I'm sure we will. You need to be on Zach's RV. Well, even if we do make up, Cave, I've got work and stuff, and I'm trying to find a better job so I can come on some adventures, but not all adventures. So, yeah. Let's see. That's funny, Pixel. He says, Fears doesn't want drama, but best believe. Fears mammal and no, now see, there's a joke. Pixel knows the joke. I think Visions knows that joke, and Bukaki knows the joke. So for everyone listening, I'll give you some backstory on that joke. So Pixel, you know what I'm about to say. Whenever back in the day, whenever the trolls would get me really heated, I would start yelling. I'd be like, "You motherfuckers! You motherfuckers! Fuck you!" And I'd be like, "You may have started it, but I'll sure as hell fucking finish it." And usually, 11 times out of 12, I fucking finished it. So, yeah. So, when Pixel wrote that, I was like, that's a blast from the past. That's pretty damn funny, Pixel. That made me laugh. Because I remember so many good memories, right, Pixel? Pixel, the only time that you and me have ever gotten into it, like the biggest one is, now, this is going back a few years, when everybody thought Matt Man was normal. Clearly he's not fucking normal. But everyone at first thought he was normal, and then everyone found out, like, holy crap, that guy's nuts. We're in a live. Somebody had made me mad. Somebody said, I don't remember. Pixel, do you remember what I was mad about? And I told everybody it was Matt was in the call. You were in the call. The dude was in the call. And somebody else. And that's when we were using Google Hangouts. Way back in the day. And we're doing a live just like this. And I said, just drop it. Just drop it. Just drop it. I said, let's move on. Let's move on. And I don't remember who, but someone said, all right, yeah, fair enough. And then someone said, so what's been going on, Fears? And I was about to say it. And then right away, and I will admit, it's kind of funny now, Pixel looking back, but it was not funny that day. I didn't talk to you for like 3 weeks. I called you fat. I mean, I was going nuts. Right away, Pixel said, well, the boycott's been going on. And my eyes saw red. And I was like, you had to bring it up, Pixel. You had to bring it up. You couldn't fucking squash it. And I went on this tirade. And Pixel, for the first time in his life, was fucking speechless. I was like, you fat son of a bitch. I'm like, you motherfucker. I'm like, if I ever find you, I'll choke the living shit out. I mean, I was going nuts. So, that's another funny thing. And, so yeah, that's where all that came from. But, Pixel, that's the only time we've ever really, really, really quarreled. I didn't talk to you for like 3 weeks. I was pissed. Oh, man. You did apologize, though. You did call and you're like, Fears, I'm really sorry. And that's really the only time. So, yeah. But that's probably one of the most livid times that I've ever done. Like, I mean, I was so pissed. Like, my chest started hurting because I was so fucking angry. I was like, you motherfucker! I was going nuts. Anyway. Good times, right, Pixel? Anyway, I'm going to catch up with the chat, and then I'm going to tell you guys my good news, because I do have more good news. And then I'm going to ask everybody what they've been doing on their St. Patty's Day. So, yeah. Yeah, what's up, Strong Bear? He says, what's up, Dave? Welcome, Dave. Dave, I hope you and Tina and James have been having a great St. Patty's Day. Shrimp says, Leprechaun is my favorite Irish historical documentary. That's right, y'all. The Leprechaun movies. Well, after I watched the Leprechaun movies, there's actually a documentary on, I don't know if it's on this one, but it's definitely on this one. Really, this and this is the same. But I like the Leprechaun so much, I got the Steelbook. So I think on the Steelbook, there's a documentary on how they made not just the first film, but like every single one of the films. And it's called The Leprechaun Chronicles. So I'm going to watch that documentary and put it on the movie app as well. So, yeah. So, yeah. Strong Bear says, hey, Kate, hey, Joey, hey, Prime, hey, Cave. What's up, Dave? Cave says, take your time, Fears, but remember the RV awaits. I'm sure everything will be fine, but I mean, he really betrayed me. You know, and I've never had any of my friends do that shit. Like, straight up, bold-faced lie to my face. And he knew he was lying. And I'm like, I'm not an idiot. And then someone just knocked on my door. So I know some trolls watching. They sent me a pizza. Maybe I'll get another free one. Let's find out. All right, yeah. Yeah, sorry about that, man. All right. Well, hopefully that's the last one of the night. Hopefully. I hope. I'm praying. I'm praying it's the last one. I'm hoping. All right. Right away, I asked, well, a couple of days ago, I got a free one. And I said, did they pay for it? I said, if they paid for it, and it's a nice St. Patrick's Day gift, I'll take it. And the guy's like, let me see if they paid for it. And he looks at it. And he's like, no. He's like, not this time. I was like, oh, man. I'm like, if they would have paid for it, I'm like, I would have took it. But anyway. Well, hopefully that's the last one. All right, let's continue on. Let's see, where did I leave off? We were talking about the Leprechaun documentary, and then... Wait, no, I'm sorry. Cave said, take your time, Fears, but remember the RV awaits. Oh, yeah. I'm sure me and him are going to reconcile. I want to reconcile. It just, I need some time away. So, yeah. Vic says, hey, Fears, is that the Lego Slimer in the background? Oh, yeah, right here. Right here. It looks cool now, Vic, but this was a bitch and a half to put together because the instructions were fucking retarded. Excuse my language, but yeah. There he is. Yo, what's up? So there it is. And then that's the Lego Jurassic Park tour vehicle, and it's got Ellie Sattler in it and Ian Malcolm. They didn't make an Alan Grant. I wish they would have, but yeah. Anyway, Vic says, what's up, Dave? Happy St. Patrick's Day. Happy St. Patrick's Day to everybody. So yeah, let's see. My favorite... Oh, hang on. My favorite Fears quote is, my fist, your face, and then you hit the ground. Oh, well, if you're going to do it primetime gaming, you have to do it... You can't just force it out, you know. You got to embrace it, love it, cherish it, and you have to say it right. You have to say it right. 3 things would happen. Me hitting you, you hitting the floor, and then me standing over you and laughing at you for about an hour. That's how it's said. So, yeah. Fish Fry says, Matt Man, the Tulsa, Oklahoma toucher, terrible individual. He's not just terrible. He is the lowest form of life, Fish Fry. That guy is insane. That guy is disgusting. I hate Matt Man. Ugh. He's a horrible human being. Anyway. Dave says, I've been relaxing on my St. Patty's Day. Oh, nice. Well, Dave, it was fun for me. But it was busy, which I'm going to tell you guys about my day in just a minute. I'm trying to catch up with the chat here. Let's see. Let's see. Vic says, I remember that Madman guy. He was a sicko. Oh, he was beyond belief a sicko. Him being a sicko is an understatement, Vic. Let's just put it that way. Anyway. Let's see. Vic says, I'm smoking that 4-leaf clover. Nice. That'll work. That'll definitely work. Let's see. Mr. Lantern says, yummy pizza. Well, I wish it would have been yummy pizza, Lantern. If someone actually buys me one for free, that'd be a nice St. Patrick's Day meal. Primetime says, you know what, Lantern? You need to stop spamming those crowns. Lantern, spam away. I don't give a shit. Go ahead. I don't care. Anyway, let's see here. Spam Master Lantern. Oh, you know what's up, Dave. You know what's up. Hopefully Visions, well, Visions is either out and about, hanging out with his lady on St. Patty's Day, or he's working, or he'll be in later. So, Visions, if you don't come in, happy St. Patty's Day. So, yeah. Lantern is spamming away with those red, juicy tomatoes. Those big tomatoes, Lantern. Those massive tomatoes. That's right, y'all. Primetime Gaming says, you know what, Fears? This is typical Lampy stuff. Yeah, but who cares? Lantern can do whatever he wants. That's right, Lantern. You spam those tomatoes. Let's do a crown check, shall we? Here we go. So 9th place is Vic. 8th place is Fish Fry. 6th place is Primetime Gaming. 5 is Yakbo. What up, Yak? I didn't even know Yak was watching. Is Yak watching from the shadows? Say hello, Yak. 4th is Pixel. 3rd is Primetime. I'm sorry. 3rd is Mr. Lantern. I'm getting tired. 2nd is Dave. And coming in hot, number 1 is Shrimp. Oh, yeah. By the way, Yak, I forgot to unblock Dan this stream. But I'll either unblock him tonight before I go into work or tomorrow. I promise. Because Yak gave me his YouTube channel link. So I will. I promise. Anyway, so Lantern, you got to be working a little bit harder if you want a crown, y'all. That's right, y'all. All right, let's see. Let me catch up with I'm trying to catch up with the chat here. I'm a little bit behind. I apologize. Let's see. Where did I leave off? Lantern keeps running chat. Oh, yeah, he goes nuts in the chat. Crown. And then, let's see. What's up, Corn? How you been? Good to see you, Corn. Are you enjoying that acorn, D-Man? Do you like that corn, D-Man? Yes, I do, Fears. Let's see. I can't catch up with the chat. Well, usually I can get caught up. I'm just, it's Lantern. It's a lot of spam from Lantern. So Lantern spams, and then corn, and then I got to keep up with the chat here. And so, because I want to, I always hate it when I forget to read someone, so. All right, I'm going to bed. Good night, Mr. Lampy and chat. All right, Primetime Gaming, good to see you. Have a good one. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. Lantern, thank you for that super chat donations. Fish Fry says, well, sweet dreams. That's right, y'all. Okay, so let me tell you guys my good news. So the first bit of good news is that my nephew started walking. Or he's trying to. He fell down once or twice, Kate, but when you guys see the vlog, he's doing good. So there's that. I'm paying my. I should get a nice tax return check back because when I was in there setting up my my appointment for tomorrow, they said, "Can we see your papers?" And I said, "Yeah, sure." They said, "Oh," they said, "you should get a nice return back." And I said, "Oh yeah." So I don't know how much, but we'll find out. And then one of my buddies recently got married in Missouri, and he said, "Fears, we got a whole bunch of wedding photos to show you. It's not from my immediate group." But I went to high school and I went to middle school with this friend, and I've known him since I was 9 or 10, and he's like the coolest, nicest guy ever. And I was like, "Hey, man," I'm like, "Congratulations." I'm like, "Where'd you meet her?" He goes, "I met her in a coffee shop in downtown St. Louis, and I met her off a dating app." I was like, "Nice, man." I'm like, "Things going good?" He goes, "Oh yeah." He goes, "We've been dating for 3 years, so I thought it was about time we get married." And I was like, 3 years is about right to ask someone for marriage and stuff. I'm like, "You did the right thing, man." I'm like, "You don't just rush into it." And he's like, "What about you, Fears?" I said, "Sadly, no." I said, "I'm still looking for Mrs. Fears." He's like, "Really?" He goes, nothing since Casey. I said, one day, but I said, that lady was fucking crazy and she was so damn competitive. And he's like, well, what about the Kate girl you told me about? I said, well, if she ever comes and visits, but I said, she's all the way in California, so maybe one day. I said, if not, then I got to keep looking. Yo, what's up, Walter? Walter, did you enjoy that DM that I sent you? I did a classic. You guys ready for this? Listen to this thing that I sent Walter. I was like, Walter, if you don't get your fucking ass off that fucking couch and get in this fucking live and send me some fucking fan mail. I said, Fears will knock your fucking teeth out of your fucking skull. I mean, I was going nuts, but it was pretty funny. Oh, it was funny. But me and Walter are always joking around. Obviously, I would never do that, so yeah. Walter, I saw that beer that you sent me. I'm not going to show the photo, but that looked like some good beer. All right, listen to this. Oh, hang on. Oh, wait, I need to take it off of airplane mode. But it's, you know what, Walter? It's funnier when you do it. Like, Walter, I hope you don't mind me. I don't remember exactly. Walter, you said this like 6 months ago. Walter, I don't even have the message, but Walter, it was so funny. You sent me one. You're like, Fears, I swear to holy God, if you don't get your fucking ass off that fucking couch and stop fucking napping and sit on that fucking floor, I want you to stream. Stream, monkey, stream. That's one of the funniest things you've ever said, Walter. And I was laughing my ass off. Yeah. Yeah, I said that you had a hairy ass. I was like, get your fucking hairy ass off that fucking couch, Walter. I said, get in this fucking live. Yeah, it was great. I was riffing to make you laugh and to make myself laugh. So listen to this, because I thought this was funny. All right. Why won't this play? Hang on. Let me play it off my Discord. Hang on. For some reason, it won't let me play it from my phone, but let me go to the Discord and play it. Hang on. It was hilarious. I was like, you son of a bitch! But Walter knows I'm playing around. I was just joshing with you, buddy. Walter, I promise, the next time you send me some fan mail, I owe you an apology, Walter. I wasn't trying to downgrade your fan stuff, your fan mail. What I should have said is thank you for everything. I fucked up and I did it like this. Oh, I like this. I don't really like this. I like this. That was my bad, buddy. So please send me some more fan mail to redeem myself, Walter. I promise that'll never happen again. Because people were pissed, when I did that. And I didn't mean to. I didn't mean to, so I apologize. So listen to this. This is hilarious. All right, here we go.
Listen here, you little shit stain in someone's underwear. If you don't get your fucking ass off that fucking couch and get me some fucking fan mail in a fucking letter or in a fucking box to unbox, and go to get your little, hairy ass to fucking the post office to send it to me, then I'm gonna knock your teeth out, man. No, I'm just joking, buddy. Hey, happy St. Patrick's Day, and I cannot wait to get some more fan mail from you. And I promise this time I will not say anything bad, because the last time I fucked up, man.
I did.
And last time I did hurt your feelings, and I'm so sorry.
I'm so sorry.
I didn't mean to be a dick, but I shouldn't have been like, oh, I like this and only like that and only like this and only like that. And I feel bad, man. So whenever you do want to send me some fan mail, I promise I'll redeem myself. Buddy.
I will.
Anyway, enjoy St. Patrick's Day with your lady and get off that fucking couch, man. And get in the lives, because I'm doing an epic live tonight, buddy.
Oh, I am.
Hell yeah. And guess what? Hey, fuck you, Zach. Well,
that's right, y'all. That's right. Obviously, I was joking with the fuck you, Zach, but the funniest part was, get your fucking hairy ass off that goddamn couch and get in this live. Anyway, I thought it was funny. Anyway, it was pretty funny. You said I have a hairy ass and thought that was funny. That was pretty good. Almost verbatim. It made me laugh. It was a good one. I'll send you one back tomorrow. Yeah, send me one back tomorrow. Try to out-top it, Walter. Try to out-top it. Going to bed. Catch you later, buddy. Well, Walter, thanks a lot for coming in. I appreciate it, buddy. Happy St. Patrick's Day. You and your lady have a good one. And like I said, Walter, you know, the next time you send me some fan mail, whatever that will be, I promise I will redeem myself. And I apologize, buddy. I really do. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to everyone in the chat. Shrimp says, Fears, keep the crown away from Lantern. Well, listen, I'm not in control of the, of the crowns. But, it's whoever, it's a fight to the death, whoever has the crown. So you guys fight amongst yourselves, and you guys get that crown, Usually Museum comes in hot towards the end and just gives me a super chat donation. He's basically like, hey Lantern, guess what? It only took a super chat donation, and now I got my crown. So, which is funny because Museum will just wait, and then Lantern will be like, oh man, not again. So yeah. Fears, tell Mr. Lantern to give it back. Mr. Lantern, you got to give back the crown. And then Lantern's like, all right, y'all. That's right. That's right, y'all. All right, well, I think we need to get to the first topics. Now that I've... oh, wait, I forgot to tell you the rest of my good news. So, my friend got married. I said, I'm sorry that I missed the wedding, man. He goes, well, Fears, he goes, we didn't really invite a lot of our friends. He goes, it was just immediate family and her family. I said, what, did you guys elope? He goes, no. He goes, we just didn't want, 400 people at our wedding. He goes, we really only had, 30 people there. A couple of my family and a couple of her family. I was like, oh, right on. So he's like, you didn't miss anything, Fears. He's like, but when you come into town, I'm going to give you some pictures to look at. I was like, nice, man, nice. And I said, hey, congrats. I said, I hope you and your new wife have a long, happy life together. So that was good news. Uh-oh, here comes another one. Oh, Lord. I hope this is the last one. All right, give me a second. nice night. All right, 2 for 2. Please let that be the last one. Please. Stop interrupting my live. Stop interrupting my live. I sincerely hope that's the last one. She was very nice. She said, "Oh, don't worry about it." She goes, "I understand it's a prank." And I said, "Well, thanks for understanding." Thanks. I said, "Thank you so much for understanding." So I hope that's the last one. Oh, Lantern's spamming those tomatoes. So knock on wood. Knock on wood. I hope that's the last one. All right, well, let me catch up with the chat, and then we're going to get to the first topic. So, yeah. It's unfortunate. I hate when people mess with other people's jobs. So, yeah. Anyway, let's continue on. All right, so let's see. Where were we? Let's see. Where was I? Strong Bear says, Lantern, you haven't got the crown yet. Keep trying, Lantern. Dave, we need our crowns back, and then Lantern went nuts on the tomatoes. Oh my gosh, another one! Oh my lord, my lord, oh my lord. All right, hang on. Well, thanks, man. I appreciate it. All right. Well, good news. Someone paid for one, and I got a free pizza. Guys, check it out. Someone... So this is probably from a fan. I did not pay for this. I swear, Scout's honor. Someone got me some... Well, let's see, what's in here? Oh, someone got me some wings. Thank you, whoever got me this. I'm going to eat this later. I'm not going to eat it on camera. And then, let's see, what type of pizza did they get me? So someone paid for this. Like, the guy's like, "Oh, well, it's paid for if you want." I went through the whole spiel, and I said, "Hey, man, I didn't order this." I said, "I'm sorry that they made it for nothing." And he goes, "Oh, well, someone paid for it." He goes, "I'm just dropping it off." I went, "Oh, really?" I was like, "Okay." I'm like, "Well, I'll take it then if it's already paid for." I said, "But I'm not going to pay for something." Let's see what pizza. Nice. Pepperoni. Sweet. Cool. Well, I've got dinner for tonight, so whoever got this for me, thank you. I appreciate it. I'm going to go put this in the fridge, and yeah, so I got some wings, and I got a pie. So thanks. I'm going to go put this in the fridge, and then I hope to God, knock on wood, I hope to God that's the last one, and we can continue on with the live. So thank you. So whoever got me this, I appreciate it. So some fan, because that's not always true, some fan paid for this. I don't know which I don't know which fan paid for it, but hell yeah. Nice. Thanks, guys. I'm going to go put this in the fridge. 2 seconds. Well, that was nice. I was going to make something tonight, but hell yeah. Pepperoni, my favorite. Oh, yeah. I'm not really a wing guy, but I'm not going to say no to free food. All right. Sweet. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Well, hell yeah, I'm going to be eating some pizza after the stream and watching some Leprechaun. Hell yeah. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you to whoever sent me that. I can't thank you enough. I thought it was going to be another troll thing, but I went in on my spiel, and he was like, "Oh, well, it's already paid for." I was like, is it? He goes, yeah. He goes, if you don't want it, we're going to trash it. He goes, so it's paid for, my man. And I said, I didn't put it in. He goes, no, somebody paid. I was like, okay, cool, I'll take it. So right on. Hopefully that's the last one. Knock on wood. Well, thank you. All right, let's get through the chat, and then let's get to the first topic, my friend. A lot of thrills, a lot of chills, a lot of spills in this live. Hell yeah. Oh yeah. So let's see. Lantern doing a lot of tomatoes. Tomatoes. Lantern is throwing tomatoes. Oh, I know he is, Dave. I know he is. Let's see. Lantern is trying to make ketchup. This is true. Lantern floating in the sea of tomatoes. Oh, yeah. Lantern's really going for that, going for that crown. Lantern is making spaghetti. Yeah. Cave says, what happened? Well, apparently, Cave, the first two was not paid for, and the third one was paid for. So I went out there about to do my spiel. Hey, I'm sorry, man. It's a prank. I've got some haters out there that think it's funny to mess with people's jobs. And he cut me off. And he said, oh, well, it's already paid for. I went, oh, it is? He goes, yeah. He goes, so if you don't want it, he goes, I'm going to have to just throw it away. I went, oh, if it's paid for, I'll take it. And he goes, yeah, it's paid for. I went, oh, thanks, man. And he goes, I'm sorry that they prank you. I said, I've kind of got used to it. I said, it usually happens, if not once a month, once every 2 months. I said, it's not that, but I said, it used to happen all the time. I said, now it just happens once in a while. And he's like, well, don't give him a reaction. I said, I don't. I said, I just get up, I tell people, hey, I'm sorry, and then I come back and continue on with the show. So, yeah. Anyway, let's continue on. Oh, that wasn't a bathroom break? No, it was not a bathroom break at all. So, yeah. This time it was Papa John's. So, yeah. I kind of wish it was a different pizza place because I already did a Papa John's review. But maybe this time I'll do a Papa John's chicken wing review because I've never had their chicken wings. So I'll do that as a review. So, there you are. There it is. Anyway. Cave says, what if it was Zach? I doubt Zach would do that. I don't think it's Zach. Lantern is going nuts with these tomatoes. Joey says, thank you, Lego Slimer. Yeah, it was Lego Slimer's fault. Exactly. Let's see the wings. Oh, I showed him, Joey. I show him. Enjoy at least one slice on a live. Yeah. Well, I already have it in the fridge. Do you guys really want to see the wings? I mean, I can go get them, but yeah. I'm going to enjoy the pizza off camera, Dave. But whoever paid for it, very nice of them. Papa John's has good garlic knots. Homemade pies. That's right, y'all. I already have it in the fridge. I mean, I showed it to you guys, but I mean, if you here, I'll show it again, and then I'm gonna get on with the next topic. So hang on. Lantern says that's our food. No, it's not Lantern. Yeah, I've never had their wings. So it's got dipping sauce, and then it's these breaded wings. So I've never had these. So I'm gonna do a review on them. So yeah, I'm gonna go put them in the fridge. I'll be honest though, it's cool that I got a free pie. It's cool, but it isn't cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's cool that I got a free pie, but I'm also trying to lose weight. So it's like the devil's advocate. It's cool that I got a free pie, but, you know, pizza, there's nothing healthy about it. So yeah. But, yeah. Yes, I got a free pie, Vic. Yeah. Joey said it must have been the luck of the Irish. It's a St. Patrick's Day miracle. Hell yeah. I don't know what the name was on the order. I'll have to look. But, because I didn't look. He just said, oh, it's paid for. You can take it. And I said, okay. So, yeah. So, yeah, Vic, I got some free food. So, whoever sent me that, thanks. See, it's not always trolls. I got a free pie like a week or two ago. So far, 2 free pies and some chicken wings. Hell yeah. So yeah. All right, well, let's continue on. Well, that was cool. All right, let's see. Where did I leave off? A corned beef and cabbage pie would be delish. Have you ever had that, Vic? Have you ever had Irish food? I've had corned beef. I've had their hash. I've had their I've had Irish bread before, and I've had their cooked cabbage. It's good. It's real rough food. It's rough on your stomach, but I've had blood pudding before, and that's an acquired taste. But yeah, now that would be an Irish delicacy. Cave says it really is a miracle. I mean, it's not a miracle. I got a free pizza like a week or two ago. Do you guys remember that? Remember I said, hey, I got a Papa John's one, and I showed it to you guys. So it's not really a miracle. I appreciate it, but I'll be honest. Like, I hate that they fuck with people's jobs. And I told that first it was a guy, then it was a woman, and then the last one that was free was another guy. And he goes, oh, I'm on the clock, man. I said, yeah, but I said, now you've wasted your gas and you've wasted your time. And he's like, oh, it's not a big deal. I said, well, to you it is. And I said, to me it is. I said, I don't like when people are messing with other people's jobs. I said, that's not right. And he's like, well, I appreciate you apologizing, man. I said, well, it's not me that's doing this. I said, it's my haters. And he's like, oh, it's not a big deal. And I said, again, I said, maybe not to you, but I said, to me, I said, I would never fuck with anyone's job. I said, I think that's below the belt, so anyway. Cave says, also, I wish Zach was at the door, not that he bought the pizza. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I got you. That would be funny because, he does do DoorDash, so. Strong Bear, I've had that. I've had Bangers and Mash, and Bangers and Mash is, man, it's so good. So good. If you guys ever get a chance, that shit is good. Let's see. He could have came over with an apology pizza, but I don't know if Fears would have appreciated it at this time. Not at this time. I'm going to call him in 2 or 3 weeks, but whoever got me that one from the community, that one was free. The guy literally was like, oh, if you don't want it, I'm going to throw it away. But he goes, it's paid for, man. Here, have a good one. And I was like, I can do that. I can definitely do that. Anyway, I'm going to call Dave real quick, and then we're going to get to the first topic. So, yeah. So now that I'm watching Leprechaun, I'm going to be eating some pizza. Yeah, buddy. So, yeah, dude. Plus, I'm going to see how his how his day went.
It's going slow.
Yo, what's up, dude?
Yeah.
I did rank. Yo, what's up, Lurch? How you been, Lurch? So, Dave, 2 of them were not paid for. It's a St. Patrick's Day miracle. The third one, the guy was like, oh, yeah, it's all paid for. So I have some fan to thank. So now when I'm watching Leprechaun tonight before worko, I'm going to eat some.
That's 2 of them in a week.
Yeah, because about a week and a half ago, I got a free Papa John's one. And then another free Papa John's one. So whoever's doing this really likes Papa John's. So hell yeah. So yeah, how was your St. Patrick's Day?
Pretty good. Be careful of the sauce and make sure it's not a spicy one.
No, I won't, because the spice would. Oh man, that'd be bad. If it is the spicy one, then I gotta throw it away, because the spice would just kill my stomach. But if it's a normal pizza, then I'm not gonna eat all of it tonight. I'm gonna have a couple slices, and I'm gonna save the rest of it for tomorrow. Seriously, after the stream, I was literally gonna make like a salad, and I was gonna make I have some mashed potato left over. I was gonna heat up some mashed potato, heat up some corn, and then I was gonna make a salad and stuff. So I'll save all the mashed potatoes for tomorrow. I'm gonna make a salad. So I'm gonna have some salad and some pizza while I'm watching Leprechaun 2 and Leprechaun 3. What'd you guys do today?
That's a good combo.
It is a good combo. I'm gonna make a nice garden salad, and I'm just gonna have like 2 or 3 slices because I was telling everybody before I called you, it's like the devil's advocate. It's cool that I got a pie, a free pie, but it sucks that I got pizza because for 2 reasons. One, I'm trying to lose weight. There's nothing healthy about a pizza. 2, they're fucking with people's jobs, which I hate. So, so it's like, yeah, I got a pie, but it wasted someone's time and gas money and all that shit, you know. But at least I didn't have to. At least I didn't.
They pay their drivers.
And I know they pay the drivers, but you know, it's still the principle of the thing. You know what I'm saying? But
Oh yeah.
Anyway, so what did you and Tina and James do today?
Primarily relaxed.
Nice. Did you watch any Irish movies?
Well, I've been watching all types of things. Old Irish movie, Darby O'Gill and the Little People.
What is it?
Darby O'Gill and the Little People.
Can you write it in the chat and I'll watch that trailer, and if it's good, I'll add it to the list.
It's an old Disney one, and then another good one is the Gnome Mobile.
The Gnome Mobile. Can you write those both in the chat, and I will watch them?
Yep, those are both old Disney movies.
All right. Yeah. Now this one I love. This one came out like early 2000s. I think they made. You know, I'm gonna Google and see when they made The Luck of the Irish. But this is my favorite Disney movie. When it comes to holidays, because remember they made a span of all those holiday movies like the Haunted House one and the Disney Christmas and all that other bullshit. Well, this one's my favorite like Disney holiday one. So yeah, I watch that every year. So yeah, well, tell Tina I said hi and tell James I said hi. And someone mentioned in the chat that we gotta do a go-kart vlog, and someone said I bet James will go nuts on the go-karts, or he said something like that. And I said, oh, James would kill it, in the go-karts, like, and that's that. Then I could use my headband, like where you strap the GoPro. Oh, yeah. So I have a strap that you can wear it around your chest, and it would film, or I would just hold it with one hand and drive with the other, or I've got a headband where you can just put the GoPro, and I can just drive and be, hands-free and just drive and get some cool footage of you, me, and everybody else. And then I saw you in the chat say, like, hit up the beach. If you guys are down, I haven't been to the beach like in 2 years, so that would be a cool vlog too. So if you guys want to go to the beach sometime, you let me know and we'll go.
Now the thing is, which beach?
I don't care, whichever one you want. So far, I've been to a lot of beaches. I've been to, with me and my family, twice in my lifetime. I've been to Miami Beach. 3 times in my life I've been to Fort Lauderdale. 5 times I've been to Daytona Beach. And I've been once, when me and Casey were dating, my ex, she took me to, what's that beach? It's New Smyrna Beach, or is that how you, New Smyrna. I went there once. So I went to Panama City Beach with my buddy Eric when he lived down here. And then I've been to Clearwater Beach twice in my life. So, yeah. So, that'd be cool. Yeah, Pixel makes a good point. He goes, Fears, you could do a beach vlog, and then you could do a beach live. And I don't think I've done a beach vlog, but I don't know. I don't think I've ever done a beach live. That would be fun. So, yeah. Anyway. Well, as you heard, I told a little bit about my day. I got up, I had some eggs for breakfast. Had a nice nap. Work was good. My mom sent me a video of Shelton making his first steps, which is very exciting. So I'm going to make a vlog out of it. And then I was trying to get my taxes done today, but they're like, we're swamped. We're massacred. And I said, okay. I said, well, sometime this week. Yeah. I said, sometime this week because I want to pay them ASAP. She was like, tomorrow? I said, oh, yeah. I said, I'll be there tomorrow. And then I did a little editing, and I went to the post office, the grocery store. I went to Goodwill. And then here. So, yeah. So, be sure to write those movies in the chat, and I will, I'll watch them and I'll review them for good old Pixel. Pixel, by the way, loves his book already. So, hell yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent. I knew that'd be a good choice.
Well, yeah, you pointed it out. Remember, we were on our way out of FYE, and you went, "Hey, John." At first, you said, "Hey, John, you should get that book for yourself." And I looked up, and I was like, "Oh no!" I said, "If I buy one, I'll come back and get myself one later." I said, "That needs to be Pixels." I said, "That needs to be Pixels podcast book." And you're like, "Oh, that's a great idea." And I said, "Oh yeah." I said, "That's the one." I said, "It's happening. It's happening." So yeah. So the next time we go to FYE, Dave, I'll probably buy one of these for myself because I want one of these for my collection. I don't know what I would write in it, but I would think of something to write in it. So yeah. But all right, well, I'm glad you guys had a good day, man. I'm glad. Yeah, it was a really relaxing day. I watched 2 movies today. I watched one episode. You ever seen that Irish episode of Fairhaven on Voyager? That one's a really good Irish episode. It's really good. Oh, yeah. And it's one of my favorites. It's not my favorite, but it's one of my favorites. And then I watched this today because it's not a long Disney movie. I think it's only 45 minutes. It's not even an hour. So it didn't take me long to watch it. All right, buddy. Well, I'm gonna get to the first topic, and but be sure to write those in the chat, and I'll write them down, and I'll watch those trailers. All right. All right. I'll see you later, Dave.
Yep.
Peace. All right, Dave's going to send me those, and I will watch them. All right. There we go. Let's see here. Let me catch up with the chat here. Liz says, Zach has an apology live scheduled for tomorrow. That was fast. Well, probably either he saw me say it, or someone is giving him grief, and then he's going to do it. But that's good. That's good. Because I would love for him to apologize on camera, which he's going to, and then whenever we hang out in like 2 or 3 weeks and set it up, then he's going to apologize in private, that's very nice. And I'm so glad that he took down the stuff off his channel, which is good. So yeah. Vic said, Kate sent me a veggie sub. You know what the best subs are, Vic? I love Subways, but they have these, what's that? What's that sandwich shop down here? Dave, what's that sandwich shop? They're real little sandwiches, and they're like mini subs. And we drove past it, and I can't think. It starts with an E. But I've eaten there, and their subs are fantastic. So, yeah. But heck yeah. Liz says mashed tater and corn sounds good too. Yeah, no, it's not tater tots, Liz. I had some mashed potatoes saved in a little container. I was going to reheat it, and I was going to make me some gravy and pour the gravy on the mashed potatoes. I was going to make some corn. I was going to make some salad. And then I thought about maybe making a chicken breast, but I'll save that for tomorrow night because now I got the pie. So I'm going to have probably, and they're big slices, so I'm not going to have a lot of slices tonight, but I'm going to have probably like 2 or 3 slices of pepperoni. I'm going to make myself a nice garden salad and then call it a night. So, yeah. Someone needs to order Jack in the Box tacos to recreate the Last Supper with John, Zach, and Dave James, and Tina on folding tables. It's pretty funny. Dude, fish fry, if you've never had those tacos, oh my God. Those tacos are phenomenal. Phenomenal. They're so good. But yeah, Pixel, I'll get to work on that beach vlog. Because I'm going to go to the beach and work on my tan. Because I have not been to the beach in two years. Oh my God, it's been nuts. All right. Fears is cooking. Whoa, look out. What's up, Bukaki? Bukaki, I was telling everybody I just ordered from your brother's website 2 Yakbo shirts, and then 2 custom-made shirts. Hell yeah. So I haven't seen Visions pop in yet. So either he's watching from the shadows, and he does work a lot, and he told me he really doesn't celebrate holidays, like Fears Man does, which is cool. I'm like, that's fine. Some people aren't into holidays. So he's either out with his lady or he's working and he's watching from the shadows. But Hey Visions, hey Bukaki. Happy St. Patty's Day. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Anyway. If I lived in Florida, I'd be at the beach every day. I know, Vic. I need to get back to the beach. I actually love the beach. I love walking on the beach. I love sitting in the shallow water. I love tanning at the beach. When I was a kid, I would make a bunch of sandcastles. Trust me. I miss it. Trust me, I miss the beach. So yeah. Bukaki says, hell yeah, Fears. Oh, I had to support Yakfo and get the 2 shirts. And then, of course, I'm always going to throw your brother, my buddy, my pal Vision, some support off his website. So buy the Yak Off shirts and go to Exhume Visions, the Goth Master, and buy some cool shit because he makes some pretty cool shit. Hell yeah. All right. Strong Bear says, well, hey, Liz. Well, howdy. And then Strong Bear says, hey, Bukaki. All right. So, Dave, I wasn't planning to watch these trailers, but Dave said I got to watch them. So, Pixel, this is the first thing tonight I'm putting in your podcast book. I'm going to do these trailer reviews. All right, so the first one is called Derby O' Jill. So, hopefully I pronounced that right. So, hang on, let me see. Derby O' Jill. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, Gil, excuse me. And the Little People. So, Little People, probably it's going to be a bunch of leprechauns and stuff. Well, that's cool. 1960. That's cool. 1960. Trailer review. And then the next one is Gnome-Mobile. Right. And they're both Disney movies, so I will check them out. Dave, I did enjoy that cat one. The Cat from Outer Space. It was good to watch once. And it's on my... I wouldn't buy it, though. I rented it from my library, and it was pretty funny. But yeah. All right, so the Gnome-Mobile, 1967. 1967 trailer review. Let's watch this. All right, so, yeah. Derby, oh Dave. Katie O'Clair. Hi, laddie. Visions. I'm sorry, Bukaki. You know, in Ernest Goes to Jail. And you're the man. Oh, you dirty rat. You're the man that shot my brother. And I'm the man that's gonna shoot you. Every dang one of you. I loved it. He would jump from, like, an Irish guy that then he would jump from Ernest always dressed up as the woman, and he'd be like, ooh, hairspray will fix anything. And then he would dress up as a World War II guy. He's like, where's my machine gun? He would jump in between. That shit was great. But when he did that Irish guy, I started fucking losing my mind. Anyway, Sean Connery is in oh, nice. Okay, well, let's have a look at these. I'm going to start with Gnome-Mobile. So let's look that one up. And I'll watch these and I'll give a good review. So thanks, Dave, for adding to the live. So we'll do Gnome-Mobile 1967. It's an old one, but a goodie. An oldie, but a goodie. All right, so Gnome-Mobile trailer 1967. All right, here we go. And again, I appreciate whoever sent me that pizza. Thank you so much. All right, here we go, Dave. Yeah, I've been watching a lot of old movies since me and Dave became friends. But you know what? I like these old ones. Like, Dave, the best one that you told me about, I started. I need to finish it. Was Vampires in Space or whatever. That one's great. And then Forbidden Planet. That's my favorite one, Dave, that you've ever told me about. Forbidden Planet is amazing. I love that movie. It's fucking epic. All right, let's watch this. All right, here we go. The Gnome-Mobile. Original 1960s movie trailer. Here we go.
May I have your attention, please? There's a Gnome-Mobile leaving immediately.
Oh my gosh. The girl and the brother that was in those kids from Mary Poppins. So the same kids that were in Mary Poppins are in this one, Dave. They must have been in a lot of Disney movies because Walt Disney used the same kids in Mary Poppins. All right.
Walter Brennan is off and away in Walt Disney's The Gnome-Mobile.
His duty's been the cause of all our trouble. Well, it's the
Oh yeah, here comes the leprechauns because the little people are that tall.
gnomes who've been kidnapped.
The Quaxton Gnome Napper strikes again in a frantic farce of fun and fantasy.
Hold tight, everybody.
So it's the Gnome-Mobile to the rescue for the only eligible gnome in Gnomesville. And then what happens is something else.
What are we waiting for? After him.
Bounce along in the Gnome-Mobile, Walt Disney's most imaginative comedy, starring Walter Brennan and Walter Brennan, Tom Lowell, Matthew Garber, and Karen Dautrice. See Walt Disney's The Gnome-Mobile.
That was a solid trailer, Dave. I'm gonna give that a solid 8 out of 10. I would definitely watch that. 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10. All right, now let's watch the other one. So Derby. Let me find this. Derby O'Gill and the Little People trailer. Okay, let's have a little gander, a little watch. All right, here we go. Lots of leprechauns in this one. All right, here we go.
Here again, from the land of love, laughter, and leprechauns, is Walt Disney's delightful, whimsical story of Darby O'Gill and his fantastic adventures with the 5,000-year-old king of the little people.
Well, Darby O'Gill, 'tis pleased and delighted I am to see you again. Thank you, sir. It's a grand place you got here. When I tell them this down in the pub, they
Nice Irish accent this guy's got.
believe a word of it. You can't do that, Darby. Once you're here, there's no going back.
Motion picture entertainment as big as your imagination. The impossible
Dave, I like these high-tech 1960s special effects. So far, I'm going to give it a big thumbs up.
happens. The unbelievable becomes real. And the startling is exciting to see. With Albert Sharp as sly, lovable old Darby O'Gill, whose fondest desire is outwitting the Leprechaun King and winning the magic of 3 grand wishes.
Nice.
Murdering, deceitful, blind, staggering old Tullamaran. How would you like to have me put a hump on your back? Woo, woo, hullabaloo. Ha, ha, ha.
I've heard enough silly.
I've never heard of this one, Dave, but it looks hilarious, and I'm going to give it a big thumbs up.
About little people.
What kind of man are you at all that doesn't believe in the little people?
And, of course, you got James Bond, Sean Connery. He is the myth, the man, the legend. I mean, he's fucking Bond. He's fucking James Bond. One of the best badasses on film history. And he was in The Rock with the fucking Cage Meister, Nick fucking Cage. He's like one of the most manliest actors ever. He's fucking James Bond. Hell yeah. So I'm going to give it a big thumbs up. Dave, I'm going to give this one a 9.5 out of 10. And I'm definitely going to add that one to the list. 9.5 out of 10. All right. There it is. Well, that was cool. Cool. All right, let me get back to the chat, and then I'm gonna do my first topic of the night, which is the Nerd Hall. So I'm just gonna put this off to the side real quick. Let me catch up on the chat here. Well, Bukaki, I was gonna cook, but somebody got me a free pie, so I'm gonna eat that tonight. So thank you. Thank you. Let's see here. What else? Hey, Bukaki. Hey, Dave. Let's see. Monkey beach vlog. I want to do a beach vlog at some point. I really do. Sean Connery is in Derby. It was a very young Sean Connery. So yeah. All right. Time for a nerd haul, my friends. All right, here we go. So the first thing I got was this mug from Goodwill. I had to get some type of, St. Patrick's Day mug. Now I only need one. I've got plenty of Halloween mugs. I've got plenty of Christmas mugs. Now I need one for Thanksgiving. And I need one for Easter. And that's about it. So, yeah. All right. I got this really, so I think this one was for $1. I got this really cool Chucky. Oh, wait. How much was it? I'm sorry, $7. Not $1. $7. Excuse me. Chucky shirt. Heck yeah. So as soon as I saw it, I was like, that's mine. Still $7. $7. That is cheaper than Walmart's. So, oh yeah. And then I got, this one was $3, and I got this really cool Punisher shirt. And I love the Punisher. Heck yeah. Whew. You need to review 2 Irish movie trailers today. Well, I did. I just did them, Dave. I just did the ones that that you told me about. So if you missed it, I'm sorry, Dave. I just did it. So that was from Goodwill. There we are. And then at Walmart, Joey said, hey, Fierce, are you going to do a Lego build? I said, if I find one. So I'm going to do this Lego build sometime this week. I don't know when, but sometime this week. And I got this one. Oh, yeah. The DeLorean Time Machine. And you can do 2 of them. You can do either part 1 or part 2 with the Mr. Fusion. So, fuck part 1. It's all about part 2. I mean, I like part 1, but I like the time machine that hovers through the air a lot better. So, I'm doing this build sometime this week. So, yeah. So, there it is. That's why I suggested them. Well, thank you. Thank you for your suggestions. I'll be honest. The Gnome Mobile, it was all right, Dave. But I really like the Little People in the Leprechaun movie, so I'll probably add that to the list, and I'll probably watch that at some point. It's got Sean Connery in it. Hell yeah. All right, next. I've never heard of this movie, but I love zombie movies, so I thought I would give it a go. And it's got Daisy Ridley in it from Star Wars. We Bury the Dead. So, yeah. So, we'll see if that's any good. Look at these zombies. Look at that zombie. That's Carrie without her coffee. Just joking, Carrie. Just joking. I love zombie movies, so I'm going to give it a little watch. I'm going to give it a little gander, and hopefully it's not a waste of money. Hopefully it's a big thumbs up. So, yeah. And then I got myself some dude wipes because I be wiping a lot. Oh, yeah. Record that one, twin. I'll be wiping. There we are. And then I got some of my favorite soap. I love this soap. And then I got these for Shelton. I got him another birthday gift. I got him some cool shorts. There we are. And then I got him a matching shirt. Oh, yeah, he's going to be looking styling. Oh, yeah. So, he's going to be fighting those ladies off with a stick, man. Oh, yeah. All right. And then last but certainly not least, I used to have one of these shirts as a kid, and I threw it away. But now I got it back. It's kind of funny that it's back in the Fears Man's wardrobe. But I got the Dare Program shirt from Walmart. That's right, y'all. They brought it back, y'all. So, there it is. There it is. All right, moving right along. So, not a bad little nerd haul. So, St.Pattys Day Nerd Haul. I'm going to give that Nerd Haul, I'll give that a 9.1 out of 10, my friends. There. Pixel, I am filling this up full of goodies, my friend. Oh, yeah. All right, let's see here. Time for some food reviews, my friend. All right. I've done a Mr. Feastables one before, but This one's the peanut butter. I'm not going to eat all this. I'm going to save some of it for later, but here we go. So, Mr. Beast's peanut butter chocolate bar review. All right. Very nice packaging. So nice packaging. And then here we go. I'm going to save some of this for later, so I'm just going to break off a little piece. So I'll just break off about that much. Save the rest for later, my friends. Smells nice. So good smell. Good smell. Looks like milk chocolate. Let's have a little taste. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's good. Kind of reminds me of a Reese's. I'm going to give that a big thumbs up. So, lots of peanut butter. Oh yeah. It's pretty good. Good taste. Reminds me of a Reese's. I'm going to give it a solid, that was pretty damn good. I'm going to give it a 9.8 out of 10, my friends. 9.8 out of 10. I highly recommend it. That's some good stuff. So I do recommend it. Oh yeah. Cheers. Very nice. All right. I'm going to use the restroom. I'll be right back. And then get ready for review number 2. 2 minutes. I'll be right back. All right. Man, that chocolate was pretty good. I'm gonna do the Reese's one, and then I'm gonna do the Reese's one, and then I'm gonna put both of these in the fridge because I'm gonna save them for later. But that Reese's, man, was pretty good. Let's see. Vic says Taco Tuesday mug. That'll work. That'll definitely work. All right. So I've had a Reese's before, but I've never had this one's a massive one. I've heard of the little ones, but this must be a new thing. Let me know in the chat. Is this new? Because I've never seen a big cup before. As soon as I saw it, I was like, that would make a good review. So that's why I got it. So I'm just going to do one, and I'm going to save the rest for later. So anyway. Wow, these things are massive. Wow, 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 wow. Look at this. I've never seen one this big. Damn. Smells good. All right, so Reese's big cup review. So I'm going to say they're big. They get their money's worth. So you get your money's worth. Because they're massive. Pretty big cup. So big cup. Smells good. Milk chocolate. Peanut butter. That's butter. All right. I've never seen one, literally. This thing's massive. All right, here we go. I'm not going to eat this whole thing. I'm just going to have a little taste test, and I'm going to save the rest for later, so. Pretty good. Well, yeah. So, good taste. Ten times more peanut butter in it. Butter in it. I'm going to rate it a solid, because it's 10 times bigger. As a kid and as an adult, it doesn't matter what type of Reese's. I like the Reese's, when they make it, around Christmas time, they make it into a Christmas tree. I like it when they make it into an Easter egg around Easter. I like the mini Reese's. I like the Reese's Pieces. I've liked it ever since I was a kid. So I've never had a big cup like this. So it's even 10 times better. I'm going to write 10 times better. 10 times better. Because you get more filling. I'm going to give it a solid 9 out of 10. It was pretty good. So 9 out of 10. All right, I'm just going to put this back in here. I'm going to save the rest for another day, my friends. Let me just put this and this back in the fridge. And then we'll get on to the next thing. So give me 2 minutes. Sorry, I hate to keep me getting back up, but I don't want these to melt. I want to keep them in the fridge nice and cool, because when I bit into them, they were nice and cool. I can't stand eating hot chocolate. I like cold chocolate. So give me a second. I'll be right back. All right. Let's see. I love Warwick Davis has done so many Leprechauns. Oh, yeah. He's done almost all of them. Not all of them, Dave, but almost all of them. So, yeah. All right. All right, what's next? What is next? Shout out to the 19 people watching. And Dave, I have to refresh the page. So let's see how many likes I've got, because I always pause the live so I don't hear me talking, but I can still see the chat. Thank you for the 20 people watching. I really appreciate it, guys. You guys are fucking awesome. Hell yeah. And all right, I got 3 likes. I appreciate it. Oh damn, Landon, that was for you. That was for you. I'm surprised Reese's hasn't done shamrock shaped cups. That would be cool. See, that you would think, right, for St. Patrick's Day, you would think, but nope, not yet. They've done it for. They've even made turkey shaped ones for Thanksgiving. They've done Christmas tree ones. They've done Easter egg ones. And they're all good. I love Reese's peanut butter cups. It doesn't matter what alternation. But I've never seen that big cup. And I was like, that would make a good food review. So, I'm going to give it a big thumbs up. And I give it a 9 out of 10. So, pretty damn good. All right. What's next? What's next? Let's see. I'm going to do St. Patrick's Day. How do people celebrate St. Patrick's Day in films? Sometimes they go all out, but I'm going to name some films that have St. Patrick's Day scenes in it. And the first one, I'm starting off with a big one. So, St.Pattys Day in films. So, if you guys know a certain scene, just start throwing out some movies that have St. Patrick's Day in. The first one, The Fugitive. He literally runs through Chicago to lose the police officer, and he grabs someone's green hat, puts it on, and he runs by that Chicago River with the green in it. That is a big scene in The Fugitive. So, hell yeah. The Fugitive is uno dos, or uno. Dos would be the Boondock Saints. They're literally celebrating St.Pattys Day, and they get into a big, like, brawl. It's one of the best scenes in the movie. So, hell yeah. So, first one, The Fugitive. Second one, The Boondock Saints. I'm going to make it really easy and just write all Leprechaun movies, because now they've even got a newer one out, Dave. They've got Leprechaun 1, 2, 3. The third one is when he goes to Vegas. The fourth one, he's in space. The fifth one, I believe, is the first in the hood. The seventh one, it's... Oh shit, my bad. The second one is Back to the Hood. The seventh one is Back to the Hood. Then you got a prequel, Leprechaun Origins. That's number 8. And then after that one, it's... let's see here. Then you got the newest one, Leprechaun Returns. And then they're just coming out with another one. So I'm just going to make it easy for everybody and write down all Leprechaun movies. All Leprechaun. So, Leprechaun films. And then my favorite Disney one, The Luck of the Irish. Where they're battling... There's good leprechauns versus bad leprechauns, and all hell's breaking loose. So, The Luck of the Irish. And let me find that new Leprechaun movie. Hang on. Let me go to Google. I forgot the name of it. If there's a trailer out, I'm going to watch it. There's a brand new Leprechaun. So the newest one was Leprechaun Returns. I watched it. It was pretty damn cool. Now, Warwick Davis was not in that one. I think he's getting older, and he gave it to another... I don't like to call him midget. I think Little People is more appropriate. I think they like Little People. I don't want to offend anyone. So Warwick Davis is getting old, and he passed the torch to another little person actor. I don't know who it was, but I saw Leprechaun Returns, and it's funny as hell. It's not serious. It's a horror movie. People die in it, but he's throwing 4-leaf clovers, and he literally takes a hot boiling bowl of corned beef hash and cabbage, and it's like roasting hot, and he throws it in some girl's face and like burns her face off, and I'm just like, oh god, here we go. But it was fucking hilarious. Let's see, new Leprechaun movie 2026. Let's see, what is it? No, where are you? Let's see, a new Leprechaun movie reboot is in development, aimed at reimagining the cult horror movie classic for a new generation. Oh, nice. There you go. The original 1993. Was it 93? I thought they made that. I thought they made the first Leprechaun like 1988, 1989. I guess I was wrong. The original 1993 Leprechaun is returning to theaters in March of 2026. Oh, yeah. So what's it called? What's the new one called? New Leprechaun movie. Let's see. Do they have a... Oh, it's called Leprechaun Revenge. Wow. That's the reimagining of the old one. It's called Leprechaun Revenge. Well, you know, his costume looks cool. His costume definitely looks cool. He's got the hat, and he's got green mystical powers coming out of his hands. And then I guess there's another one coming out called let's see, what's this one called? Leprechaun the Beginning. Oh, hang on. They already made that one. That one was 2025. So I guess that's in the series. So they made one last year. Now they're making, I guess, a reboot called Leprechaun's Revenge of the original. Man, there's a lot. I need to get those in the collection as well. Let's see. Is there? Oh, there's a trailer for Leprechaun: The Beginning. Let's watch it. Here we go.
Been a while since we've been to your grandpa's.
You mean the creepy old house in the middle of
Nice Irish accents.
I suppose we're always ready for a trip down memory lane.
Can't stand this old house. Sooner or later it'll fall apart. We have to be realistic, and selling it would be the best option. Boom! Faith!
So I guess this one, since it's Leprechaun: The Beginning, it goes Leprechaun Origins, and then after Origins is Leprechaun: The Beginning. All right, that's cool.
Faith found Grandpa's treasure.
I found it in Grandpa's wardrobe.
Dad wouldn't have hidden anything like this.
Oh, wow.
Without a reason.
Follow the green path. Will lead you to the real treasure.
Oh, here we go.
This gold belongs to us.
If you think I'm just about the money, then you don't know me at all.
Excuse me, it is not your gold. It is the Leprechaun's gold, and don't be fucking with the Leprechaun's pot of gold.
Dave?
Let's give it another try. Don't cry, little one.
Who else is gonna die in this damn
Oh, nice.
We can't keep that gold.
The Leprechaun looks really cool. I like his green hat. He's kind of got like a green top hat on. I'm going to give Leprechaun: The Beginning, I'm going to give that a solid... they don't give you much in the trailer. I mean, they give you a little bit, but... I'm going to give that a 7.5 out of 10, so... I'll put it on the next one. Literally put it on the next page. Leprechaun: The Beginning trailer review. You know what? I'll give it an 8 because his hat did look cool. So 8 out of 10. There we are. That'll work. Well, nice. So we've got 2 to look forward to. So now I've got all of these, and I got to get Leprechaun: The Beginning, you know, in there. And then Leprechaun's Revenge. That's the newest one. So, I don't know if they're going to film it in 2026. I guess they're going to film it this year, and it'll probably be out. It'll probably be out next year. But it's a reimagining. It's a reimagining of the original. So yeah, his costume looks the same. So he's got the purple pants with the green outfit, with the green leprechaun hat. So exactly like the first one, and the black shoes. Leprechaun's Revenge. And his makeup kind of looks the same. So it's definitely a different little person actor, but I'm looking forward to this. Because I've always enjoyed the Leprechaun movies. Because they're so damn weird and they're so hilarious. You can't take this shit seriously. So I just laugh at all the hilarious Irish kills. Like in one of them, he's like force feeding a shamrock, like down some guy's mouth and shit. I'm just like, oh god, this is hilarious. Oh lord, this is funny, hilarious. So I'm looking forward to it, Vic. Let's see. Vic says the remake of Leprechaun with Hornswoggle was horrible. Well, it's not a remake. It's he returns after all these years, so it's more of a sequel, and it's got the original guy that played oh, what's his name? He's kind of the fat guy in the first one. Vic, that guy comes back, and that guy finally dies. Spoiler alert, in Leprechaun Returns. So, yeah, I mean, it's not horrible, but I thought it was funny, and it was all over the friggin' place, and it's not terrible. It's just cheesy. So I got a couple laughs out of it, and, you know. All right. What else? What else? What other movies just had St. Patty's Day in it? So you got The Fugitive, Boondock Saints, all the Leprechaun movies, The Luck of the Irish. What's another one? Let's see. I'm going to have to go to Google here. Hang on. Shout out to everyone in the chat. You guys have made this such a fun live. Hell yeah. Let's see. St. Patrick's Day in movies. Let's see here. What else? I got all the big ones. I got Luck of the Irish. I got all the Leprechaun movies. Let's see here. Oh, the old Luck of the Irish. I've seen the old one. The old Luck of the Irish is really good with that guy that plays all the John Wayne. John Wayne's in the old one. That's cool. So the old Luck of the Irish. I haven't seen the old one, though, in quite a long time. That one's good. And then let's see what else. Leap Year. I've seen that one. That one was all right. So Leap Year. They have St. Patty's Day in that. Let's see what else. I got all the leprechauns. And then something called The Last Leprechaun. The Fugitive. Yep, there it is. Him wearing that green hat. And that's one of the best scenes in The Fugitive. He's like, oh shit, I gotta get away from the fucking police. Literally just grabs some guy's green hat and just kind of blends in, you know, with the crowd. And he runs right by the Chicago River with all the green food coloring in it. And it's good. So, yeah. I think those are pretty good. I came up with 6. But those are like 6 of the big ones. So, yeah. All right. Time to move on. There we are. Alrighty. I'm getting a little tired, and we've been going for, how long have we been going for? Let's see here. 2 hours. I'm gonna do a couple of movie reviews, and then I'm gonna call it a night because it's been a good. I'll do how people celebrate St. Patrick's Day in Florida tomorrow, my friends. Tonight's watches, though, I'm gonna watch. Last night I watched Leprechaun 1. Tonight I'm gonna watch Leprechaun 2, and hopefully I can get to Leprechaun 3, my friends. Oh yeah. Let me put these in because they came out real quick. I hope everybody enjoyed the live stream. Really, thank you. Whoever got me that free pie, oh yeah. I appreciate that. It's probably getting cold now because it's in the fridge, but I will reheat it. There we are. All right. Time for Leprechaun 1 review. It's a classic, so Leprechaun 1. The same guy that plays, his last name is Kent. Oh, what's his name? Kent Onslaught, I think. He was in Summer School. And, oh shit, Twin says, was it a homemade pie? It was a pizza pie. Oh, yeah. So somebody made it. So, yeah. Twin, you were watching from the shadows. You sly devil, you. I thought you were gone ages ago. Hilarious. Hilarious. All right. Hey, Meta. In the original Leprechaun movie, there's an actor named Ken. Do you know what his last name was?
Ken Olant played the role of Nathan Murphy in the original Leprechaun movie.
Ken Olant. Okay. He was also in that movie called Summer School.
Ken Olent played the role of Larry Kazamias in the 1987 comedy film Summer School.
And he also did a television show that was in the not too distant future. What television show was that?
Thinking of Highway to Heaven.
No.
Ken Olent had a guest role on the show. It was a popular drama series that aired from 1980.
Yeah, he had a guest one, but he also was in his own television show about a futuristic cop. What show was that?
You're thinking of Superboy, but more likely Whiz Kids. Ken Olent.
No, it wasn't that one. It was the not too distant future, and he wore this like futuristic black suit that was on this black motorcycle.
You might be thinking of Airwolf.
No, it wasn't that one. Never mind. So Ken's like one of the main leads. So his character's good, and then Jennifer Aniston, that was her first film. So Jen's first film. Warwick Davis had a little bit of screen time. He played an Ewok in Return of the Jedi, and then he did what's that other movie he was in? Willow. He was in Willow. So after Willow, I believe he got the Leprechaun movies, and he was in Leprechaun 1 through he did Leprechaun 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 is Leprechaun in the Hood. 6 is Back to the Hood. And then the 7th one is... So he only did 6 movies. Somebody Takes Over. Another little person did Leprechaun Origins. And then Leprechaun Returns was another little person. No, it's not Street Hawk, Dave. It's... Dave, you told me about this. He wears like a futuristic like cop uniform, and he's on a futuristic bike or something. But it's not Street Hawk. It's another one. It's got that Ken guy in it. Hang on, let me Ken. Oh, well, if I could type TV show. What TV show did he do? Let's see, what is it? Oh, Superforce. Superforce, that's what it is, Dave. You told me about that. Superforce. He was also in Super Carrier. He was in Riptide, Circus of the Stars, and he did a lot. He did a lot of movies. He's a great actor, though. I think he's retired now. But Dave said, I've got to check out Superforce. It was in the 1990s. From 1990 to 1993, he did Superforce. So, yeah. He was also in, let's see here. Let me scroll down. This is his IMDb page. He's been in so much stuff. He's been in Leprechaun, Summer School. He was in Star Trek The Next Generation. He was in April Fools. His last movie was The Friendly. Here, let me go down and see what his first role was. I mean, he's been in a lot. Let's see here. One of his first jobs was Highway to Heaven. He was in The Imposer. He was in Riptide. He was in the TV show V. He did a lot of television. He did an episode of The Love Boat. He did Airwolf. He was in A-Team. He was in the horror movie April Fools. I've seen that. That one's fantastic. He was in the movie Summer School, which is a good one. He was in Super Carrier. He was in that Superforce thing. He was on 21 Jump Street. He did Murder, She Wrote, Superforce, Leprechaun, Superforce the TV show, Superforce the TV movie. He was in Star Trek Next Generation. He did a lot of. He's done a lot more TV than movies, but he's done a few movies. Total Reality, Renegade, that's a good one. A Time to Kill, Falcon Down, I don't know what that is. But his recent work, so he hasn't worked since 2024, so his recent work was The Friendly, whatever that is. So that's a long career. That's a very long career. Oh, sorry, Bukaki, my bad. You're supposed to say spoiler alert before you actually spoil it. That way people can turn down the volume. Yeah, my bad. My bad. But I think everyone's seen Leprechaun, Bukaki. Well, I would hope. So, my bad. I apologize, though. My bad. All right, so Jennifer Aniston's first film, Leprechaun 1. Warwick Davis, great actor, is the starring role of the Leprechaun. The best kill in it is probably when this really wacky, like, nerdy police officer, like, he's like in a go-kart, and then he kicks the car, and he's like, aren't we a little young to be out this late? And he goes, not even the slightest. I'm 700 years old. And then he goes, yeah, sure, whatever, pal. He goes, quit being a smartass. And he's like, I'm a leprechaun. He's like, really? You're a leprechaun? And then I guess the leprechaun gets sick and tired of this smart-ass cop, but he chases the cop into the woods and kills the cop. So that's my favorite kill. So favorite kill is the cop kill. Funny. It's very funny. I guess you call it a horror movie. It's more of a horror comedy. So, horror comedy. Because it's not scary at all. Let's see here. My two favorite scenes. Obviously, the leprechaun's death. He always comes back, though, because after they kill him, you hear his voice say, like, I'll be back, like at the end. So, my second favorite scene is his death. So, the leprechaun's death. My favorite scene, though, probably right before his death, they find a 4-leaf clover, and then the little kid puts it into a slingshot, and he goes, hey, leprechaun. And he's like, huh? And he goes, fuck you, Lucky Charms. Shoots, it goes right into his mouth, and then this green aura comes around him, and he's like, oh, God. And then he starts to die. So the fuck you, Lucky Charms scene is pretty damn funny. So, Lucky Charms. It's pretty damn funny. I do recommend it. If you got like 2 hours or an hour to laugh your ass off, go for it. So, I do recommend it. I'm going to give it a solid 9 out of 10. It's pretty damn funny. So, 9 out of 10. Pretty good. Tonight's watch is Leprechaun 2 and Leprechaun 3. Hopefully. It's already 10:19. I need to eat and clean up all this crap. And I didn't even take a shower. And I need to take a shower after this live is done. So, yeah. Pretty good live so far. I appreciate all the likes. I appreciate all the views, my friend. So, yeah. Oh, yeah. Let me catch up on the chat, my friend. Hang on. Oh, man. Give me a second. I'm a little tired. Oh, Lord. Oh, yeah. All right, let's see here. Let's see here. I need to switch it from top chat to live chat. What happened to Bukaki's comments? Uh-oh. My, something's going on with my internet. What the hell is going on? Hang on. Let's see here. I need to switch it from top. What is going on? What the hell is going on? I don't know how I got signed out, but I had to sign back in. My live's still going on. I don't know what the hell happened. Well, that's weird. That is weird. I don't know what the fuck happened. Bukagi, I saw your comments, and then all of a sudden, I don't know how I got signed out, but I'm signed back in now. Well, since I just signed back in, let's go and see the sub count. The sub count on the main channel, because I've been getting new subs. We're at 3,045, so that's pretty good. And then let me switch over to Fears Vlogs and get back into the chat. I'm so close to hitting 2,000. We're at, oh my gosh, I'm so close, 1,996. So close to hitting 2,000. And you guys have got to, maybe in either tomorrow's live or the next live, whenever I hit 2,000, I've got to come up with some cool way to celebrate 3,000. And I got to come up with another cool way to celebrate 2,000. Because I didn't really celebrate. I was like, yeah, I hit 3,000, but I need to do something fun. Something cool. I don't know what yet, but I'll figure something out. All right. So I don't know what happened, but now I'm signed back in. I don't know what the hell. Like my internet was glitching or something. But yeah, because I responded to Bukaki's comment, and all of a sudden I looked over and they were gone. So yeah. All right, hang on. All right. Tomorrow's live and the next. There we go. Well, thank you for the 3 likes. Let's see. Strong Bear says, Gremlins strike back. I don't know what happened, Dave. Like, I was signed in, and then either I hit something, and it signed me out, and then I had to sign back in, and I was like, all right, whatever. Thank God it didn't end my live, though, you know, because I wasn't ready to end it yet. All right. Where was I? Okay, so I'm going to do one more review. And I'm gonna save the rest for tomorrow, my friends. So I'm gonna save Fairhaven review for tomorrow, and I'm gonna review The Luck of the Irish, and then I'm gonna call it quits because I'm getting a little tired. I'm getting a little hungry. So, but I hope you guys enjoyed the live. It was a good St. Patrick's Day live. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thoroughly enjoyed it, my friends. And again, I was not making fun of Zach. I was just going by what people was telling me. Apparently, what I said must have sunk in, or somebody must have wrote Zach and had a little chat because he set up an apology stream for tomorrow. I won't be commenting, but I will be watching from the shadows. So, I'll be watching. I'm not going to say anything, but I will be watching from the shadows. So, yeah. I won't come in. I won't come in the live, but because I'm not ready to talk to him. I'm going to call him in about 2 or 3 weeks, but we'll see how well it goes. So yeah, but I'm glad he's apologizing finally. It took him a couple days, but I'm glad that he's going to apologize. All right. The Luck of the Irish. I can't believe I found a copy. And I don't remember what website, but somebody burnt me a copy of this. So it's not even on like a proper DVD. It's like literally someone took a disc. It doesn't even have anything on it. It's literally just a white disc. They burnt the movie on it. It does work. So it took me years to find a copy of this. So either I have the only copy in existence or barely people have a copy of it. But it's probably one of my favorite Disney holiday-themed movies. So if you ever get a chance to watch Luck of the Irish, it's a really good Disney movie. So yeah, I watch it every year. So yeah, pretty good. Let's see. Triple says, looks like tits. What? Looks like tits. What are you talking about? I mean, I love tits. I love boobies, but what are you on about, Triple? By the way, shout out to Triple. What's up? All right, so The Luck of the Irish. The Luck of the Irish. Disney film. Review. It is funny. It's pretty funny. It's pretty funny. Good Disney film. Triple says, Open up the Blu-ray case again. No, hang on. Yeah. Oh, tits! I'm getting a little tired. I was like, what the hell are you on about? It does look like tits. It does. Now, Triple, all I need is some actual tits in Fears' face. Ladies out there, please. Pretty please. I'm ready. Please. All right, so good Disney film. It's pretty funny. I maybe only have the only copy in existence. Maybe. You never know. You never know. Good holiday flick. Good holiday flick. The guy that plays the old man in The Burbs with Tom Hanks, he's in it. So, the actor from The Burbs is in it. And by the way, if you've never seen The Burbs, it's fantastic. You guys got to check it out. The Burbs is in it. I'm going to give it a solid... It's not the best Irish film I've ever seen, but it's pretty funny. It's pretty good. I'm going to give it a solid 9.3 out of 10. You guys have got to check it out. So, 9.3 out of 10. I do recommend it. My two favorite scenes is where the Kyle goes up to the evil leprechaun. He goes, I bet you I can beat you at sports, even without my lucky charm. Because he has, he's part of his Irish family. And as long as he's got the luck of the Clan O'Reilly, which is his lucky coin, him and his family can pass as humans. But if someone steals his luck or his coin, or if he loses it, then he starts growing small like a leprechaun. His hair changes. His ears kind of go like Vulcan ears, like a leprechaun. So the evil leprechaun steals it. He goes, well, you're not getting your luck back. And he goes, I'll make a bet with you. And according to Irish leprechaun history, a leprechaun cannot pass up gambling or a wager. So he goes, oh, a wager is it? He goes, well, what did you have in mind? He goes, I bet you I can beat you even without my luck. And he goes, and if I do win, he goes, you let my family go, I get my luck back, you give me the coin, my lucky coin, and you restore my luck of the Clan O'Reilly, and you never bother me or any other leprechaun family ever again. Because the evil leprechaun wants all the gold to himself. And he's like, well, you got yourself a wager. And of course, Kyle comes up with a big W. So, beating the evil leprechaun without his luck. And then my favorite scene is when Kyle comes home and his whole family are starting to shrink down like leprechauns. And then his dad says, we should have told you about this, son, a long time ago. Even you're a leprechaun. He goes, no, I'm not. He goes, I wasn't born in Ireland like mom was. And he goes, it doesn't matter. He goes, I married your mother. We're both leprechauns. He goes, even though you've only got a little bit in you, he goes, you're a leprechaun. And he freaks out. He goes, I'm not even full Irish. How can I be a leprechaun? So him finding out that he's a leprechaun is probably my favorite scene. So finding out he is a leprechaun. I gave it a 9.3 out of 10. You guys got to check it out. It's a good movie, so I recommend it. And that's where we're going to stop for tonight, guys. So, anyway, there it is. I hope you guys enjoyed the live. Whew, there it is. It's been a good show. Thank you for the 3 likes. Sorry about the interruptions, but without the interruption, I wouldn't have got a free pie. So, whoever sent me that pie, thanks. I've got a free dinner. Anyway, I'm going to go. I'm going to take a shower. I'm going to clean up all this mess. And I'm going to watch at least Leprechaun 2 tonight. I don't know if I'm going to get to Leprechaun 3. And I'll see you guys bright and early tomorrow for another live. And tomorrow, I'm going to do some editing. So hopefully tomorrow I can get a video up before my live. So, oh yeah. Anyway, cheers to the fans. It's been a great show, you guys. Happy St. Patrick's Day. All right, I'm taking off. But time for some plugs. I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my buddy Dave at StrongBear19. We got to get him to 1,000 subs. Subscribe to Vic6666. He knows his movies just like Fears. Subscribe to Triple Pickle Nickel Tickle Wickle Sickle Bickle Rickle Wickle Lickle Dickle on YouTube. That's a mouthful to say, but there it is. Follow Twin Lantern's Twin. What's up, Twin? What's going on, Twin? On YouTube. Follow Mr. Lantern on both of his channels. He's got Mr. Lampy. That's his second channel. Follow his main channel, Mr. Lantern. He does a show every Thursday night and every Friday night. Follow my friend Randall at Cameo Man 2021. His second channel, The Mayor of Magic. Follow Visions, Lord Visions, King of the Goths, at exhumevisions.com, and check out not just one Yakvo shirt, but check out the double Yakvo shirts. Check it out. And who else? Follow Mama Bear 06. We gotta get her to 100 subs. Tina, get off that couch and start doing some lives. Oh yeah. Start doing some lives. Lantern says, what's up, Twin? What's up, Twin? What up, Twin? What up, Twin? All right, now. What up, Twin? What up, Twin? That's right, y'all. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And last, but certainly not least, follow the host with the most, FearsMan26 on my TikTok. Check it out. FearsMan26, that's that main channel on YouTube. And follow my second channel at Fears Vlogs. Fears loves you guys. Fears cares about you guys. And happy St. Patrick's Day, you guys. Enjoy the rest of your St. Patty's Day. I'm going to go watch some Leprechaun 2 and laugh my ass off and eat some pizza. All right. This is Fears. Signing off. Peace. Deuces. And I will see you guys later. Alligator. All right, bye. Yakov says, hey, man, been watching in silence while doing errands around the house. Great show, buddy. Well, thanks, Yakov. And be sure to follow Yakvo, Yakovich, Yakvoniage, Yakvoage, Yakov Petrovich Senior. He does a show every Saturday night. He's a rockin' on the rehashes. He's rocking on the final word, or the last word, I should say. He's rocking the gaming streams. He's rocking the music streams. Oh, yeah. So, Yak, somebody must have had a little chat with Zach, because he's doing apology streams, even though it's 5 or 6 days late. He should have apologized right away, but at least he's doing one. So, you'll have something to rehash for Saturday, and thank God it's not going to be about me. It'll be about Zach, you know, him apologizing. I'm still not going to talk to him for about a week or two. Whenever I'm ready, he'll apologize, you know, in private, and we'll talk about it in private. Because what he did was so fucked up. But I'm glad he's apologizing. And so, Zach, I know you're watching, so whatever nipped you in the butt to apologize and take down those videos, thank you for taking down all the videos. I appreciate that. So that shows that he cares. And he's going to do a live. I will not be in the live. I will be watching from the shadows. But I will, rest assured, I will watch his live. And then after he's done, I'm going to go live after him. So yeah. Anyway, thanks everybody for watching. I'm going to get a shower. I'm going to eat some pizza because I don't know who bought it for me, but thank you to whoever bought me some free chicken wings and some free Papa John's pizza. Pepperoni. I love pepperoni pizza. It's one of my favorites. I can't wait to go visit my mom, and we're going to go to Emo's Pizza. Yes! Homemade, not frozen. Homemade. Not that Aldi shit. All right. Anyway, Fears loves you. Fears cares about you. And this is Fears signing off. Peace. Deuces. What a great show, guys, and I'll see you next time.